Hi everybody, welcome back. Today is episode 6 of Arc 2 of Better Than Heroes. I'm Rachel Weeks and I play Klik, the level 6 Tohr-Kreen fighter. Tonight is a very special episode because it is our last episode of 2020. We did it, everybody. But it is also our very own Windrider's birthday. Let's say happy birthday to Andrew Ovredahl, who is
happy birthday!
Spending his birthday night with us in space. Quick reminder, we are not going to be playing on December 28th, taking a quick break for the holidays, but we will be back after the new year, the first Monday in 2021, which is absolutely insane. If you want to support the show before the year is up, you can do so in many ways. You can pick up some merch. We have merchandise. There's stickers and shirts at this moment. You can subscribe to our Twitch channel. That'll get you access to emotes and to our Discord. Also, we will be making some adjustments to our Patreon in the new year. So keep an eye out for that. Make sure that you are a patron to have access to all of the new benefits. But the most important thing that you can do to support the show is just talk about it. Share it with your friends and family. And tell the people that you think might like it to come check us out. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thank you for the birthday wishes. There's no place I'd rather be. I'm Andrew Ovredahl. I play Flute, the human bard, Flute Whimteaser. And Rachel already mentioned the Patreon, so I guess I get the night off because it's my birthday. So I'm doing nothing now.
And announce something, a wild card thing.
Yeah, announce anything.
Announce your favorite animal.
Raccoon. Easy.
Nice.
Ooh,
pull.
good choice.
Good pull.
Good choice.
My name's Jordan Dahl. I portray the Moonboy, a level 6 Moonboy. And I'm here to shout out freaking Big Top Studios. Big Top making...
Yay, Big Top.
Making things happen, making Twitch adventures happen, making birthdays happen across the country. Big Top.
Yeah.
Get under the Big Top.
That's why it's Andrew's birthday, is because of Big Top. Yeah.
Because of Big Top.
Yeah.
They sponsor all of our birthdays.
Yep.
My name's Aaron Urist. I play K.A.I. Hammerstein, the Artificer. And once again, this week we have joining us doing live soundtracking for the show, Jason Wardell. Jason Wardell's here. The very best. And we're going to get into it. We're going to
Wait, before we do, I should have put it in the announcements, but...
Never been interrupted before.
Unbelievable.
I'm sorry.
Unprecedented.
It's
on Andrew's birthday.
It's for Jason. All right, he took
Let's
the audio. He took the audio from last session and put it on a Bandcamp page, which, as I talk, I'm going to get the link to, and you can listen to it. You can listen to our soundtrack at home, and it's very cool. It's very great. I'm posting it right now in the chat. Support him. We're going to give it to all our Patreon supporters just for free so they can have it, because Jason
play it all the time.
Do it. Yeah.
Have Better Than Heroes be your life. Talk to your spouse like K.A.I. See how long things last.
Sleep in a pickle barrel. Do crimes.
Steal blood oranges. Well, hell yeah, that was a worthy interruption. We're gonna watch our recap from last week, and we're going to watch our intro video, and then we're going to play dungeons. I don't have one this week. No. Oh
no!
That could be it.
That could just be it. Myself.
Just
how about dungeons? Wait, dragons.
Yeah, that felt like
right,
that
that'll
was
be it.
what it was.
We're gonna play dungeons. Wait, dragons.
I knew it was coming. It was still good. All right, get us out of here, kids.
Last time on Better Than Heroes, in the far reaches of the Harmony Fields, the crew entered into a vast expanse of glimmering lights, an ancient burial ground known as the Grave of 1,000 Eyes. The crew examined the mysterious Ioun stones they had found in the glimmering remains of the Starlight Dinosaur. Windrider asked K.A.I. to craft one of them into a new eye for him, which was a resounding success. Klik's companions tried and failed to restore her missing hit points. The crew rumbled with vague mistrust of their passenger, Talon, but had no specific accusations. After everyone had gone to bed, Klik and K.A.I kept watch as usual when they were surprised by Relic, who wandered on deck acting strangely. His eyes glowed blue, and his fingernails were long and creepy. He attempted to fly away as Klik and K.A.I sounded the alarm, but they managed to secure him with a rope before he could escape. Out from Relic's possessed body floated a blue spectral elf who fled the scene. Afterwards, several glowing lights appeared and descended on the dinger's deck and began to communicate with K.A.I. They were spirits of those buried in this place, and they had heard of the dinger's coming from Telex, also known as Lighthouse, the crew's old friend. Have the crew found some more ghosts to save? Is that our thing now? Did Lighthouse just sign us up for that? Find out next time on Better Than Heroes.
Two, one. Hello. So we join the crew, standing on the deck of the ship with an unconscious Relic in Klik's arms, with a rope still tied around him. K.A.I seems to be speaking to 6 globules of light that are floating in front of him. Moonboy, Windrider, you all just stepped out on the dock, Talon quickly behind you. And yeah, K.A.I, you were speaking with these
Ghosts.
globules of light. Yeah, these ghosts. Yeah.
Yeah, they were like the eyes, right, that came out of the
That's right.
the clouds of kind of nebulae.
Yes,
And they were telling us that they had heard about us and that we were supposed to. Lighthouse sort of promised on our behalf that we would.
Oh, right.
That we would free these ghosts.
Yeah, it was said that you would be people who would do this, just to put a little tiny finer point on it. But yeah, and so
It's nice that that's how Lighthouse remembers us.
A little bit of a reputation as ghost savers.
Ghost savers.
Ghost watch.
Who you gonna call? You know,
Us.
ghost savers.
Ghost savers.
So, and there are 3 voices coming to you, K.A.I. There's kind of this like slower, older voice. There's a quick and high, like hyper voice, and there's kind of like a gruff, lower voice from the 3 sets of eyes. And they are kind of just looking around at you all, not really saying anything much from that after they've said like, "We've been told that you will do this," and are just hanging out, looking around at you all. And you can, I've kind of assumed you've relayed all this to the party.
Yeah. I'm translating.
Yeah. Now,
They want us to. They want us to save them. They want us to go and find that big mean ghost who showed up, which frankly I'm inclined to do because I didn't like him one bit.
Yes. I don't
He
like
blasted us with a blizzard. He possessed Relic.
Yes, he made me not like Relic a little more, and that's difficult to do.
He was trying to get into Goliath's chamber also, so
Yes.
he might be. Who knows what he's up to?
Yes, it would seem as though an evil ghost has taken a vested interest in us.
and Case, if you want to go ahead and throw that art up on the stream, you're absolutely welcome to, because Jordan did it for us this week, but you have already seen the being. It popped out of Relic's body, so we can just go ahead and see it here. I'm gonna text it to you all so you all can see it as well.
Okay.
Which I had.
Yeah, we made this one in chat, or in thanks to everybody in chat who helped me make this in Better Than Heroes, our Monday stream, sometimes Saturdays, sometimes Sundays.
It's super good. It's super fun to collab with you on those. But yeah, I'm
But
about
that's our
to
spooky ghost guy.
send it to you so you all can have it. If you're not looking at the Twitch stream, there it is. That is the guy that popped out of Relic's body and seemed to have taken it over. So there we are.
We were just talking about a Muppet Christmas Carol, and now all I can see is him going, "We're Marley and Marley," popping out of Relic.
Did we get well rested? I believe, right? Long rested.
Yes. So any spells or hit points or anything that you took in that last ghost encounter, those have been used. But since the dinosaur fight and everything before that, yes, you have.
Yeah, I'm a little bit damaged here.
We woke up a touch damaged.
Who's damaged? Kai.
I
Yeah,
am as well.
me, both of us. We had to fight that ghost a little.
Who's more damaged?
I am
to
down
make it a
17.
Where I'm gonna turn to the ghosts and say, where can we find this big mean ghost? The one who's being so cruel to all of you.
Huffmere here. We can handle that. No problem. We can guide you right there. It's not too far off. This mist kind of keeps most things that are important to us around here hidden. Keeps those, the evil spirits away. But god dang it, if this is a mean ghost. I don't even like calling him by his name. But anyway,
Has he got a
he
weird
gets through
name?
to yeah.
Is it
Well,
like
I mean,
Malcolm?
it's Crather. Kind of a, it
Ah,
sounds like a
Crather.
mean. Yeah.
That's worse than
It
Malcolm.
is bad.
Yeah.
It's
But
a
yeah, we can guide
dissonant
you right there.
name.
It's not too far at all. I remember you said you were in a rush. I
Yeah.
don't know how long.
How far is it from here?
Oh,
do you have time
about an
to-
hour. Less.
An hour. Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, good, because Relic's unconscious still. So
Maybe we can check
Probably
on
do
Relic
something
and
about
take a
that.
short rest on the way there.
I mean, yeah. What are we looking for? Just like a haunted asteroid or a house, or what is it?
You hear the tiny little voice pipe up. It's like, ooh, 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 ooh. It's a tomb. That's where like we all had our tombs at one point or another up here, but it's one of the intact tombs. Crather took it over because he can kind of shelter himself and hide things that he wants to, and
Sure.
but
my
I mean,
God.
all of the debris around this section are tombs, so broken up from whatnot.
yeah,
Just got
What
the
did it-
I
text
think
of
we all just
Crather.
got the picture of this ghost. And it's
Oh my
sick.
god. It's amazing.
It's really cool.
Oh, you just got yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn on a light behind me. Everyone will be able to see my onesie.
Oh boy, here it is. Merry
The big
Christmas
reveal.
to us all.
Yes!
Yeah, pajamas. There we go.
Oh, I would legitimately murder for one of those.
Beautiful work. Your art is great. Your onesie is great.
The
You
best
say you
part
would
of,
legitimately own one of these?
I would love to have one of those. The best part about it
got
is
the hookup.
it's business on the top, man. I thought you were wearing like a smart shirt, and then you stand up, comfort on the bottom.
That's right.
Yeah. The amount of times I've
Nope. It's
worn
smart all the way
tattered
down.
pants, thinking like, oh, no problem. They can't see me from below my waist, and then the amount of times I've gotten up during stream to grab a book. The Venn diagram has not crossed over yet, but someday.
I'm wearing the bottom half of a horse costume.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Show.
Little centaur play.
Okay, so we, the ghosts are kind of have told you it's not hard to get to. It's kind of close here. It's a tomb that's intact from this graveyard of sorts. And then you hear a voice, as Kai is here kind of relaying this, you hear a voice pipe up and go, I mean, why are we doing this? We just gotta be here. We got somewhere to be. And
Who's talking?
you see Talon kind of like rubbing her mechanical hand through her hair and saying, we gotta go. Like we took this short because we're racing the Viridian Tract to
It's on the way.
The Moon Girl.
It's an hour towards our destination.
Yeah, but jeez, I mean, like, I saw that thing wisp away. Like, we just...
He came here. He was trying to get into the captain's quarters.
Right, but we don't need... Like, we could just leave, and then it won't be a problem, right?
Outrun him.
Yeah.
Listen, nobody possesses one of our crewmates, unless it's one of us.
Yeah.
Talon looks at you all. She's like, is that something you all do often?
No, but if it came up, it would be a different matter. But it wasn't one of us. It was a wicked ghost with evil eyebrows, and I say we go and we get him. This is what we do.
Lighthouse promised all these ghosts that we would help them.
We've got a reputation.
What if next time it possesses someone a little more formidable, like Klik?
Yeah. What if it's Klik next time? What if it possesses a kid and runs the kid out into a dangerous chasm or something?
Intersection.
Intersection of spaceships or meteors. What then?
Yeah. He took out Relic. He blasted a blizzard at K.A.I and me.
Yeah.
He does not make this area isn't safe until he's not here.
Okay, I'm just saying this area's not our problem.
It is. The fight has been picked.
Okay. Can you guys roll a persuasion check? I want Moonboy can do it with advantage. And as your
Is
little...
it advantage because we don't need to persuade her of anything? She's a passenger on our ship.
I'm not trying to persuade her because I agree with her.
Okay. That wasn't good. I think a 10.
Well, she got a 7, so...
Yes, take that.
This is
She's
great
on board.
because if you remember, there was pretty recently a little bullying encounter that neither Talon or Relic really led. It was more of just ended up on Moonboy's shoulders as they were kind of picking on you. And you kind of, sidle up and say these things to Talon, and she's like, okay, your ship. This is cool. I'm stoked. Let's go kick that ghost's ass. I love kicking an ass. Let's do it.
That's right. You don't want to do that, actually, unless you've got magic shoes or something. And he points to his own shoes.
Well, I'll let you do the ghost ass kicking then. Deal.
I'll try.
Promise. And yeah, she kind of settles down pretty quickly and more so goes into so can I come with you? Is that cool? We're just gonna fly the ship in the middle of this tomb, and the ghost clears its throat.
I mean,
do you want to know? I didn't want to be weird about this. We can understand all of you all. I was trying to kind of be coy about it, so it didn't feel like we were spying on you. No, they're not. No one else can hear.
Oh, just me.
Everyone, but they can understand what's happening here, and they were trying to be coy about it because they didn't.
So
want
he's just blinking lights right now.
Yes. And they're like, I don't think your ship can fit in there. In fact,
He says our ship can't fit
In the tomb?
in the tomb.
Is this so? We're just gonna fly up to this guy's house and attack him?
Yeah.
Is there a better
don't know.
way to do this?
Yeah, what do you suggest, Ghosts? If our ship's not going to fit, we don't have another means of transportation.
You hear the old slow voice pipe in at this point, and it's funny because this is all being translated with your weird knowledge of languages, so it's more about the body language being transferred through these eyes. So the quick and hot, excited one is bouncing all around. The gruff and authoritative one is kind of moving consistently, and the older, slower voice is just a rotation slowly, and it goes, "I would keep your ship as far away from Krather as you can once he knows of your presence. He will try and take over. I've seen him do it to many a ship that has come through here. Where he takes
That's
over
probably what he was doing before.
the captain and wrecks the ship. He does not like Spelljammer ships.
Okay, well, I mean, the fact remains that we don't really have another way to travel. How do you get into this tomb? How is that? I assume it's just like in space. Because this whole tomb here, the Grave of a Thousand Eyes thing, is sort of a metaphorical tomb, it seems, so far.
Listen, everything's in space, man.
And that we can't. The rest of us can't hear this conversation, right?
Yeah, I'm
but
just
I'm
blinking
also-
lights back at them.
I assume
I'm
that
translating.
you are quickly, like, you can understand.
I sort of
because Kai is saying
imagine,
these things.
like, Kai has, like, a weird, like, sound box that he's just playing the translation through on his side.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
the one on my chest.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me wire them through the
Technology.
translator.
And it's, like,
Yeah.
kind of fucked up sometimes.
Can I put my translator on the ghost?
They say
Yeah,
they want...
universal trans-
They
I don't know
say
how
they
to
want
translate
to rescue eggplant. What? I mean,
Kai,
is there?
Can you...
Oh, good.
I mean, is there a way that we can, communicate with these entities more directly, or do we
They can
even need
understand
to?
you.
All right.
I think I'm just gonna, like, canonically not make you roll. Kai, you can twiddle some knobs within yourself and just, like,
Oh yeah.
kind of like play their voices from what you try. God damn,
Sure.
Jason. Okay, if you're here with us right now
Jason's
and you don't know
been
this,
waiting for the knob twiddle cue.
Do it more often.
I mean, he was fast.
Amazing.
well, if you don't know this and you're watching this, we have Jason Wardell on the keys, live soundtracking our show. He does it every week.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Man, it's
he,
so good.
He
It is.
improvises
Oof.
everything that's happening. It's amazing.
Look at that labyrinth poster.
I'll ask
So good.
I'll ask the ghost.
What would happen if we destroyed Kratos' tomb?
Oh, it's not his tomb. It's one of our tombs that he has occupied. He has invaded this area. This area is for us. We are the ghosts that live here. We are very peaceful and we're very nice and we don't want anything. We don't want to harm anyone. And he's all mad at ships and wants to break them apart. So we're just trying to. We were just told that you.
Can I do an insight roll on this very nice ghost?
100%.
Critical fail.
Cool. Yeah, it's
Get him
freaking
out.
you
Get him out.
Yeah.
It's freaking you out seeing these just like wisps of creatures float around and then like coming out in something close to Kai's voice. It's just odd to you and kind of jarring.
Well, what would happen if we destroyed your tomb?
Oh, I mean, we're not that partial, really. We are just here to be food for gods in case they come through. But as per
I'm
our
sorry.
tradition,
What?
Yes, could we?
Oh,
get
as per
just,
your
like,
tradition. Okay. That makes more
yes,
sense.
yes. Yeah. Oh no,
we
it's
get-
not. I know.
Just
You
like
said it like it was common knowledge, but it's part of your...
yes, just like a tiny bit, like the back of the baseball card on the Grave of a Thousand Eyes here. Could you give us like just the quick crash, the history for dummies?
Will this maybe persuade you to be more inclined to help us? Have you agreed?
I mean, it would me for sure.
Well, we're still trying to figure out how exactly we're going to go about helping. Is the tomb a place you can go and walk around?
Or is it like a metaphor within
Or
each
is
of
it,
us?
again, is it? It's not super clear.
One moment, and two of the eyes like float off and away, and Kai, you experience what would surmount to you as yelling as the two eyes brighten a bit. These two like drops of yellow light brighten, and more lights come over, and you kind of can like in from the distance, hard to make out because it's far away, and the dancing is a little less intricate from there, but you just see the kind of like smoke and mist that is around you that is being lit up by both the stars and these glowing globes kind of like moves aside like smoke being pulled back or waved away, and about a mile away you can see what I would say is the shape of you all in real life would know as a coffin. But it is the size of maybe what also you would know in real life as a grain silo. It's like floating building. In case I'm going to show them the map of, that we have on Roll20 here.
So this guy's got a physical rockabilly boss fight area that we can go to.
It's also bass guitar?
It's a coffin base.
Yeah.
Damn it.
And it's like, well, I mean, we have
base of operations.
We have built this place for our final resting place, which is from centuries ago. More. I do not know what time you all live in, but K.A.I has merely occupied one of them remaining intact, and we would prefer if he was not.
Why does he need to be in the tomb?
I think for the same reason he was trying to take one of your bodies. He prefers a corporal form.
He likes small enclosed spaces, like a cat.
Same.
Well, no, it's more so he enjoys the small enclosed space of a body that he will possess and live inside of. So he only becomes a problem when one of his bodies is decaying and he needs a new one. And then he begins to walk around within it in his little room that he has taken over for himself. And this is like the older voice, like getting upset. It has come back and it's just like, is your grandma getting mad at you kind of thing, like, except about K.A.I. And it's like, he does not deserve to be here. He should not be there. It is not his place, and he is doing nothing but nasty things inside of it. And so I would much appreciate it if you all could go and remove him from it. Thank you.
Yes.
Can we question your help in this fight?
I think we should just keep going.
You think so? I mean, he came in, he tried to crash our ship. He tried to take over Relic's body, and we're just gonna allow him to do
the
that?
Windrider would let that slide? Windrider, I would think you of all people would know that we've got to go and get this ghoulie. You know?
Talon said it herself. We're in a race to meet this moon woman. I would have thought you of all people would have been on the clock to meet up with this person like you.
If the moon girl is anything like me, then she knows that you can't let wickedness like this thrive. You've got to squash it when you get the opportunity, or else it grows and grows and festers.
Then I hope we don't arrive an hour late.
Me too.
It's the direction we're going.
Kai, you hear a little
It's on the
voice in
way.
your ear say, does that mean they're gonna help? You're gonna help? Are you gonna do it? Please.
We have
please
to
say
tell
you're
the
gonna do it.
captain. Let's let him decide.
Captain?
Yeah.
I assume you heard that alarm. There was a ghost. He tried to possess Relic and get into your chambers to take over the ship and crash it.
It's all over the internet by now.
Piss on a ghoul, that scared me. I thought he was dead. I'm glad to hear that you all are okay.
No, he's all right. Everyone's fine. There are some ghosts here, and they were wondering if we could stop by to destroy the malevolent ghost that's occupying one of the tombs around here. How do you feel about that?
Ain't that gonna make us late for the moon girl shit?
Nah, round of combat's like 6 seconds.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, last time I didn't listen to Ghost, it was bad news for us. So
That's right. It was.
It's on the way.
I learned my lesson the first time, so that I don't.
I could
Yeah.
ask the moon.
I don't want to make it sound like it's unanimous. Windrider doesn't want to go.
Well, Windrider doesn't want to do a lot of things, does he?
That's true. He's a
I mean that with the best intentions. I know that it is close to his birthday.
He's a coward whom I
Y'all caught me
love.
with birthday cake in my mouth.
So yeah, he stamps off. He's really Goliath's at the point where he's really kind of listening to you all. Like he's not throwing his weight around. He's being not someone who's in between. He's more of like, I trust your judgment, and is encouraging you all to follow it. He thinks that you all are better informed than him.
Puppet Captain, which is my title in real life. Puppet Captain.
Cool. Are you all in?
Let's take a vote. All in favor?
In favor. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You've got a loudspeaker on your head.
All in favor. Oh, sorry, I'll turn it on. All in favor of helping the ghosts? Raise your hand.
Talon puts up her mechanical hand.
Wait, what?
Change of heart.
I'm just.
I'd hate to
You
let
guys said.
Lighthouse down.
You don't. I mean, okay. No, I'm
mean,
not going to. I'm
Moonboy
not going to
did
change
convince
how I
us.
feel about you getting a vote based on the fact that you agree with us.
What was Klik's vote?
I'm not about to let Lighthouse down here.
I know.
Although I'm not super inclined to go on a whole bunch of ghost errands. This
Yeah,
is
the
the
last
point.
one. Last
Yeah.
one. Probably. Probably.
One of the ghost pipe does. Would you like me to tell him that this is a uninvited offer? I have correspondence with.
No. Wait, you can talk to Lighthouse?
I have a correspondent that goes to a place where he is that can send a message.
Oh, that sounds complicated. Tell him hi. Say we say hi. Hello.
Hello.
Thanks
nice
for
to hear
speaking
from
well
him.
of us. Don't send us any more missions.
Truly. Shall I cut off? Shall I inform him that it is unwelcome?
No.
No, don't say it like that.
No, like side missions. Don't listen to them.
Just tell
we love
him hello.
treasure and experience. Tell him hi.
We can always just not do it if we need to.
Okay.
Listen.
I will relay all of that, she says.
It sounds like a schlep to tell him to stop. So, yeah.
No schleps. Got it.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, and so you can see
Communication
this
has
like
gone flawlessly.
No, not. Well, yeah, this is all just blinking lights.
Yeah.
And so yeah, the path is kind of like spread for you all to this tomb, and they're like, once you hear the voices again say again, once Crather knows you're there, he can sense the presence of the ship. He will focus on that. So if you want to remove that from the possibilities of his advantages over you, I would
The
remove
ship could drop us off and then pick us up.
Do we even have any means of handling a ghost? I don't really have any.
Handling a
I don't
ghost?
have much.
What do you mean?
If it's an incorporeal ghost, I can't stab it.
Yeah, you can. You got a magic sword.
You've got a magic sword.
You've got a super magic sword. You've got the magicest sword out of all of us.
That thing's packed to the gills with magic. Look at
So
it.
much magic in there.
Bursting
It's a
out
good
of its scabbard.
Well, maybe these other ghosts would know a more effective means of hurting this
Sure.
creature.
Any advice for fighting this guy? Anything
let's
he's?
You could,
Do you know
let's have you
anything
all
about
roll a
them?
history check with advantage. Actually, no. Let's have you roll one and Windrider roll one.
So no advantage. We just each get.
Yeah. You just each roll one.
I
25.
got a 19.
All right. They've really appreciated only you all helping them, but your ability to communicate with them in the way that you have. It seems like it's usually much harder for them to communicate with mortal beings. So because of this, they're able to communicate the intricacies of this to you, which they're like, well, we're ghosts, sort of. So they know that cold, necrotic and poison damage.
Ooh.
They are completely immune to.
Ooh,
And they're like everything
okay.
everything else kind of varies, but we do know that can't hurt us. So please note how nice I'm being to you.
Thank you. I do like the idea of ghosts sitting around testing what can hurt them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay, fire, big yes.
And what sort of tricks does he have up his sleeve?
Well, he can possess bodies. He's,
Right, we saw that one. It was
he's
kind
got
of
some
cool. I was
seems
hoping
to
he
have
was
a
going
fragment.
to make Relic do kind of a Beetlejuice thing. That would be all right.
He's a fragment.
Yes, I mean, he could squish that halfling's body to make juice from. Yes, that's correct.
No, never mind.
Okay.
Chad got it.
No, he's a fragment of what he used to be. So he does have some ability to cast magic. It seems that he used to be
Right.
magician.
We saw him do that.
I've got a quick question. Kai, could you ask the ghosts if there's a... First of all, hello, Moonboy, I sleep in a pickle barrel. Could you ask the ghosts if they mentioned a corporeal form that he seeks out? Is there a current corporeal form? Like, if we went to find, like, a crater to give...
Did sound like he was on the hunt for a new body, but I'll ask
mail
him.
to or something? Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I mean, he usually becomes more active and tries to steal a body. When when Algernon in the gruff voice specialist is like, yeah, he's probably got one in there and is like, he's probably got one in there. And the reason he came out is probably because it's wearing down, getting old. Bodies do that; they fall apart naturally.
Right.
So I'm
Correction
told.
time. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't really know. I've stayed out of there. We try and stay out of there. He's got a couple of wisps in there that might.
Interesting. I wonder if we could attack the body directly. Is that crazy to think?
Yeah, you can kill that person that he's occupying. Absolutely.
Oh.
If we damage your body, does he leave like he did with our friend here?
Yep. If you kill that body, he'll get out of there. He can't occupy a corpse. That's one thing's for sure.
This is a crazy idea. He already was in Relic, so we know he likes the furniture. He likes the scene. Maybe we could sort of, trap
Relic's
him
had a bad
in
enough
Relic.
day, don't you?
Well, maybe he
I think
doesn't.
he's still unconscious, right? Like you've stabilized him. but
exactly.
Unconscious.
That's what I mean. He doesn't. Maybe he never needs to know.
Somebody heal this
don't know.
boy.
I think we should wail on him until he turns into nothing.
Okay.
Didn't he?
But we
when
could.
this
But
ghost
the
flew
idea
away,
of trapping him with the old honeypot, as it were, putting some sort of trap to get the element of surprise on him isn't necessarily out of the
Catch
question.
a predator with Relic's unconscious body. Cool.
I mean, we're going to be walking several sentient potential vessels for him
All right,
up into
all
his
right.
business anyway.
You're right.
When
I don't know
Crater
if the
flew off,
if
did
the
he turn
gunner
invisible,
who
or
can't
did we?
hit for shit is really the honeyest of pots.
Sure, truly.
Harlan, when Crater flew off, did he turn invisible, or did we watch him fly away?
No, you watched him fly away.
Okay. So so he can be seen when he's in his spectral form.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, he had a blue glow to him.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, well,
Well, if we're going into a fight and Kai and I are both down and Relic is already passed out, so
All right.
we probably have
Well,
some
let's
maintenance to do.
take a little rest on the way there, and
Yes, let's heal up. Ghost hunt montage? Ghost hunt montage?
yeah.
Oh, I've got a perk for that when you all heal.
What?
He's got a...
I can play a tune, a little song of rest while you
Ooh.
take a
You absolutely can take a short rest if you want to, for sure.
Okay.
These
Sweet.
ghosts of creatures that are hanging out in here who refer to their bodies as wisps They refer to themselves as wisps, and their names are Huffmere, Adrahit, and Gramthadrol, which you can just call Addy, Gram, and Huff. Huff is the gruff, authoritative voice.
Pretty serious addiction to a few of these.
Grammy. Well, I don't even know what that is, Andrew. Jesus, happy birthday. I'll
My
send you
Grammy's
some.
cookies. Just kidding, she's dead.
Yeah, that was a hilarious intonation. Oh, grandma, dear. Oh yeah.
Cool. So, yeah, you can take a short rest. So if you want to spend hit dice to heal yourself, you
I
absolutely
want
can.
to.
Yeah.
And,
I'll play a melancholy tune on my lute, and you get an extra 1d6 healing in addition to your hit dice healing.
Better. That's it.
cool.
If
So
you need
you
more healing, I can
roll
also use
one of
magic
your
on
hit
you.
dice.
I'm good for now. Save it.
For a short rest, you roll a 1 hit dice.
You can roll as
You
many
can
as
roll
you want, and you can roll them one at a time. So, like, if you, let's say you're missing 12 hit points, and your hit dice are a d8, you can roll a d8. You can roll 2d8 because you know for sure that you need at least that. And then if you don't get that 12 that you need, you can just add on one more. But each, you just gotta mark them off as you expend them.
Okay. What's the... Are they gone forever? Do they come back after a long rest? I don't
After
think
a
I've
long
ever
rest.
done this.
You get,
Okay.
yeah, I don't think we've done this on stream. You get
I don't
one
think so.
back. You get one back per long rest. So they gradually build back up. You don't get all of them immediately. Yeah.
Can I roll? Is this a new day since I rolled good or bad day last time?
You did it quickly for this morning, and it's a good day. So
Okay.
you've already rolled for that, and it's a good day. Cool. All right.
Good or not?
As you all, kind of like once you all communicate the plan to everybody and circle up, you communicate the thing about the Spelljammer ship needing to get out of there, the Dinger needing to get out of there. So Goliath's like, got it. Like, he notes the plan. Zoom in, zoom out, no problem. And then Talon's like, yeah, I'm coming with you. Do you all do any healing to Relic, or are you gonna just let him take a short rest and heal himself, which he can do?
Heal yourself, Relic.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Take
we'll
a
put
short
Relic
rest,
to bed.
Bubba. Go to sleep.
Alright.
We don't need you. Shh. Never.
Actually, in fact, when he comes back to consciousness, at the end of this short rest, he will come find you, Windrider, and be like, "Holy shit, man, that was crazy." You just like see him all of a sudden kind of like wake up, and maybe you're in this hammock bunk with him, and he's like, "That was nuts. I couldn't think. I couldn't. Oh boy."
How did he?
He was in
how
my
did he
brain.
Get inside you?
He just, all of a sudden, he was just here, and then, overtook me. I just woke up, and there's a blue light, and then he overtook my body.
You didn't get a chance to fight him off.
What kind of saving throw did you make?
Yeah, that's
He kind of looks at the
Specifically
ground.
what I'm asking.
He looks at the ground and is like, "No, I didn't get a chance to fight him off, but." Be careful out there, because he can just possess your body without anything you getting any chance to do anything. And he's actually back to full hit points. He rolled well on his hit die, and he's gonna say, "I think I can come with you guys if you want me to. I can come in, and that thing took me over. I'm gonna go kick its ass. I'm gonna, look, we're an adventuring team. We're all of us together. Like, I can come with you guys if you want me to."
I mean,
Does he seem like he's actually hardy and back to 100%?
Roll an insight check if you want to. You can also do perception if you prefer. In this situation.
I'll do 9.
Yeah. I mean, he's rip roaring ready to go. That's what he's telling you verbally. So.
All right, I suppose if you're up for it, we could use you on the ballista.
I'll kind of like grimace, remembering how many times
The ballista's not going to be there.
Not going to be there.
Oh, what happened to the ballista?
The ship has to leave.
The ship needs to leave.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'm like, did we lose the ballista? What happened?
No.
No.
Ballista
If you
shot
guys-
all of
if
its
you-
ballistas.
If
In
you
that
wave
case,
him off with that,
I'll be like,
Well, you had a rough go. Let me go. Ask the rest of the crew what they think.
and I will leave, and I'll go ask the rest of these crew mates what they think of that idea.
The Moonboy
As
did
you're
have a
leaving-
point. If Kratha does occupy Relic is not as fierce
He
of a
might get
foe as
killed,
Klik or
though.
K.A.I.
He doesn't have any skills.
Yeah, but
We-
once,
Not
we,
good.
once we
never-
knock him out,
He's-
Kratha will
he's
just leave, right?
No, we don't know.
Well, no, then he'll just be not in a body anymore. Then it's like, what if he jumps into one of us? What if he jumps into Klik? She's a 9-foot tall mantis person. You know?
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, what are we
He's
going
gonna
to
try
do
to
about
jump at
this?
someone. What I'm saying is, if we bring Relic, maybe he'll jump into Relic, and we can.
or maybe Relic will just get hit by a passing
Just
blizzard
get
and die.
destroyed.
Well, maybe we could put him in a net and then take him to the Moon Girl, who I'm sure is an incredibly powerful healer. And
Don't
probably
expect
can
this
do
is
a
good.
kickflip, and she's probably tall and cool.
I don't think bringing him is a good idea. It's making a lot of assumptions that we don't know anything about that it would
He's
help.
never had any sort of melee experience. As
He
far as
can't
we
do
know, right?
anything.
Do we know anything about him being able to fight? I mean, we know he shot the ballista, but like,
Is he standing right here? Is he listening to all
No, I
of
think
this?
I left him back. I left him in his hammock. I told him
no,
to lay
but
back and relax.
as you all are having this conversation, you hear a voice from like above you for a little bit, and shout out to Clooney McRoy, who already said in the chat Harlan's prepping for goat voice, as because she saw me do my jaw thing. And Goat leans over you and he's like, "Well, he's got a crossbow and a sword, but I mean, he's just little old Relic." And then you realize Goat has been like listening to you all and kind of like leans over to you, and she's like, "I don't know. I mean,
He's not an adventurer.
He's not.
more bodies on the
maybe want
field."
to tell him that.
Did Goat say more bodies on the field?
Yeah, she kind of shrugs, but she's like,
Well, if we're going by that philosophy, Goat, we could use your body on the field.
She doesn't fight.
She's a pacifist.
Plus, she's volunteering Relic to go fight.
He volunteered.
I would say I've learned my use in a way that protects my friends and doesn't and adheres to me not fighting. And I've been reloading Relic's ballistas, and man, he could not shoot, but I can load. So I don't know what that means for you all going in there. There's no ballistas in there. I can't reload, but I ain't afraid of no. Dumb. I almost said
Yeah.
unironic, and not as a
It
joke.
was
I almost
so
just said it.
close.
I almost just said it like not as a
Oh,
joke.
you.
Oh, that would have been pretty great. I ain't afraid of no spirit.
Oh, man.
You balked. You were playing chicken with the joke, and you swerved.
Well, I like what happened is it almost fell out of my mouth without me meaning to say it, and then I was like, wait, that's a
Very
joke.
earnest. I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
What?
I love
What
it.
aren't you afraid of?
Whatever the hell.
Well, go on, finish.
A ghost. I am not afraid of any
any
ghost.
any
No,
ghosts.
there's no ghost that I am afraid of.
I mean, who would we call? Who would believe us? You know?
Hey, are those?
Seems like you are the people.
I just don't see what we stand to gain by having non-combatants on that field.
Are
think-
those little ghost things still with us?
Yep, they're still floating around on deck. You see them kind of like hovering
I think.
at
They
different
can
parts of the ship.
They can
looking at
understand me,
it.
So-
right?
They can understand you through K.A.I. So if you go with K.A.I., you just can't keep any
K.A.I.
secrets from K.A.I.
Ask these ghosts if Kratha gets hurt when his host body gets hurt.
Does Kratha get hurt when his host body gets hurt?
They do not know. They're kind of like, oh, yeah. One of them's like, no. The other one at the same time is like, yes, he does. Oh, shit. And they kind of discuss it amongst themselves for a little while. I was like, I don't know. I mean, like, I can't possess anyone, so I don't really know. So they're just discussing it, and it seems like there's no real answer there.
He doesn't like it.
When we heard
got out of Relic
enough,
when Relic got hurt.
He chased
Listen.
away.
Listen.
I don't think it's a good idea. We can't
I don't
introduce
think
a
it's a good
liability like
idea.
that to the battlefield.
Yeah,
He's
I don't- I
already
don't-
been possessed once. If there is a way to resist this thing, he obviously doesn't have it.
Is there a way
Here's
to?
my idea. There's nothing to do with Relic.
I'm gonna whisper this out of Goat's earshot.
Goat doesn't want to fight, so we can ensure she doesn't fight. We bind her hands. She comes with us as a vessel for Krather. Nobody can take as much damage as Goat. We wail on Goat. We make sure not to kill her. And if Krather can get hurt, he'll get her wise inside a Goat.
Worst idea yet. I
Don't
That's
like
not a
it.
good one. We're not going to
Don't
kidnap.
like that at
We're not
all.
going
I
to
think-
kidnap Goat. Are you going to be the first in
That's why
line
I'm
to
glad I
kidnap
whispered.
a Goliath? You want to tie the ropes?
She
Or do
doesn't
you
want
to
to
make
fight.
that
She'll let,
strength check?
she'll,
He
she'll let
will
us tie
possess her. He'll
She'll
possess
let
her
us-
and make her fight. That's terrible.
But she'll be bound. We'll bind her hands.
Not
Okay,
only is it
listen.
not nice, it is not
No,
really
that's
smart.
super duper messed up in a violation in so many ways.
You
Seriously,
would ask
Windrider.
first. We would. I
We're
wasn't
seeing
saying we
a
just
whole
do it.
New
was saying
side
we
of
would
you
ask.
today.
No, I don't want to ask. I don't
No,
like it.
absolutely not.
What about, listen,
We'll be
what-
fighting
so
Klik. That'll be that.
I know.
So
I'm not
let's
excited.
see.
I'm not excited about the, what we're learning about the facts on the ground. I want
Listen,
to
what
ask
if we-
one of the. Go ahead.
what if we leave the ship here with Goliath and Talon, and we get as close as is comfortable, and then we do our job, which is go into the tomb and take care of business. TCB, Windrider, like in the old days, right?
The country's best yogurt.
Yes.
Wait,
Take
sorry,
care of
but just to
business,
clarify,
yo.
Was that saying you would leave Talon on the ship, or that you would? take
Yes, we would
Goliath
leave
and-
Talon on the
Okay.
ship
No,
and
everyone
Goliath
stays.
in. No, or
I want to
Talon
ask
could come.
the
Goliath and
ghosts.
Talon wants to come with you.
But mainly like Relic
Oh,
and like
Talon.
Cobble
Yeah, I
and
guess
like
Talon can come.
we leave the core crew to protect the ship. We already know that the creature can't get into the captain's cabin, right?
Well,
The door's locked.
I mean, we don't know.
that.
Well, it said it couldn't when it was in Relic. It said I can't.
We shouldn't
get in.
take it. I mean, we should have the ship go away.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. We're all saying the same thing, but we're
Perfect.
taking a long time to say it.
Nailed it. I'm going to ask the ghosts if they know of a way. Do you all know of a way to get him out of a vessel besides attacking the vessel? Know anything about? Do I know anything about that?
Oh man, you guys have. I just rolled the dice you bought me, and it rolled well for you this time. Look at that, you printed so well. Yeah, one of the ghosts pipes up and is like, "Yes, I used to have some spell capabilities in my time, and I know that there are certain abilities to get undead beings out of the body, to dispel the evil within them."
Okay. Were we talking lesser restoration, dispel magic?
Technically, I think he's talking about consecration.
There's good and evil inside of things, and sometimes it needs to be dispelled.
Sure,
protect
you could
yourself.
protect it from.
Sure. Dispel,
From good and
protect from.
Protect from. That, like the old was like, yes, that's the word the old one says.
I don't know that spell.
I think I might. Hang on.
Look, we're going into combat. Let's just take the ones we can fight and get who can fight and get this over with.
I agree.
Sure. Talon's like, hell yeah, I can fight. Do I get to come? She's like excited. She
All right, Talon.
Yes, you can
I'll
come.
go get
As
Relic
you know
the
what
bad
you're getting
news.
into.
Yes, I can hear you, Clem Fandango.
Do we have to give Relic the news? Can we just go?
Well, he might follow after us. I'll just tell him we want him to rest.
I can send Bessner with a programmed message.
Ooh, that's chillier.
Yeah, it is.
I'll just go tell him.
Just go tell him.
Y'all come down to the hammock room and be like,
Bad news, Relic. I know you wanted some revenge, but we think it'd be best if you just stayed here and rested.
Shit. Can you roll a persuasion check?
I got a
Looks
7.
like Relic's coming.
It's less about that, because he knows if you're talking to him that the whole cruise means this. And he looks at you and goes, "You're benching me? What the hell?
Your skills are ballista, and we can't.
When has he ever not been benched? I don't understand. He's not on the team.
He pulls out a crossbow and he's like, I can handle
That's
this.
a tiny
in there."
ballista. That's the smallest ballista I've ever seen.
Whatever. Y'all think you're so freaking
Halfling
cool.
ballista?
What did
Or,
you say? I'm
uh,
sorry. I was being
sorry.
a jokey ass.
He's like, you guys think you're so freaking cool. He kind of like throws his chin up and he's like, whatever. Yeah, go have fun. Go have fun without me. I'll just sit here and
No, we think.
Whatever.
We think. You're cool.
no,
You just
sure,
got
it's
knocked
cool.
out.
You've
You
made your
just got-
decision. I just died for you all to help kind of like do my part and save the ship. It wanted me, and now you're just taking me out of it. I understand. It's no big deal. Just go for it. Whatever. And he kind of like is like turned around and is like messing with his stuff.
Hey, for what it's worth, I wanted you to come, but I got outvoted.
Cool, dude.
I'll leave. Without elaborating on why I'm gonna come.
When he comes back, the Moonboy's like, "Did you tell him that I voted for him to not come?"
I implied it.
Nice.
Cool. Okay. Well, if y'all are good here, then
Now that we've had an emotionally draining encounter,
Yeah, I have most of my HP now.
How much more do you need?
I'm missing 4.
and you've still got that lower cap, right?
Yeah, I'll cast healing. Well, I might as well
was sort
wait.
of, yeah, it's sort of not enough to worry about at
Yeah,
that point. I rolled really badly. I had to use like 3
did
hit
you add
dice to
the
get there.
D6 from my Song of Rest?
do you have more hit dice?
Yeah, I have more. I could roll another one. Sure. Why not?
It's worth doing.
Okay.
It's worth doing. I'm
Okay.
going to be in my guardian armor.
Because you want me to do the edit cut later where you did this and then you survived by 2 hit points instead of the one where you didn't do it.
You are right. You are right.
Either way, put an edit point right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna clap as well.
Our
Everyone
producer case
gets
has
to
pointed
clap.
out. Our producer case has pointed out that Aaron, your onesie is your guardian armor in real life, which I think should be noted.
Hell yeah, dude! Take it to the street.
There it is.
Boom.
Good and great.
You're
I love it.
Darth
I love it.
Platyus.
I'm
Shit.
adorable, is what I am.
Shit, there's a guy in there. He's wearing a onesie. Oh, the hood is up. Run!
So
No.
if you all feel
No.
good, feel prepared here, you all step up to the side of the ship as you kind of like
before we go, I am gonna cast Blur.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll have you like. How long does it last?
A minute.
Okay, cool. So kind of like I will hold it for when you like step
Yeah.
off the ship.
Well, yeah,
basically.
that's the. We're gonna jump from the ship to the coffin, and then I'm gonna hit the ground and split into 3. It's gonna be really cool.
That's super.
Cool.
Whoa!
So,
I just
yeah,
checked
you-
roll 20. What?
Oh yeah, Blur's insane.
So yeah, you're prepping that in that moment. I'll step up
Yeah.
to the side, and Talon steps up there with you, kind of like puts her finger out, and the tip opens, and a cigarette pops out, and she lights it up with one of her other fingers. She kind of like flicks it and like lights it with one of her other fingers, and she's smoking, and she's like, "It's gonna rip." And she says, looking at you all.
So we are in front of the. Where are we? Paint me.
You're
a
about
word
to be.
picture.
So before you were about like an hour away. You could visibly see it. If you're giving Goliath the word, he's going to. It's basically like go mode, where like you all are prepping you all in position, and then he's going to jam you all forward. drop you all off, and then get you in there. And if there's anything you want to do to prep before that, I'm just letting you know. It's kind of like,
Yes.
I imagine the ship is heading toward it now, or about.
So we're
to.
I'm
just
going
gonna,
to
like,
cast some
hop up
spells
and
on
he's gonna
myself,
zoom
like
away.
right before we go in. I've got some spells to cast.
Okay, cool. I will say, as soon as your feet touch the ground, this is not like I'm doing this as a DM outside of it for space and things reasons. As soon as your feet touch the ground of this tomb, we're going to go into initiative. So if you want to cast anything, kind of like as note it now.
I don't think this is the
I'm
case,
going
but
to
can I like
cast-
scrounge around the ship for healing potions? You know, the kind of thing I should have been buying on the entire adventure
You know,
so far.
as I'm gonna say, as we're jumping to the place, the Moonboy is going to let the moonfire within him take hold, and he will become his starry form.
I'm going to cast Mirror Image on myself. So there are suddenly 4 of me.
Okay, cool.
I'm just gonna watch
there's-
everyone doing all this cool shit and kind of like check the hilt of my sword a bunch.
I'm also going to
banging
go
it.
ahead and
I'm gonna like fuck with my artificial eye.
I'm going to charge up my Thunder Fist as well with an arcane weapon.
So these are like anything that you like. This is definitely a time to buff yourself. You want to buff yourself. Like I'm not gonna keep track of these things. Like as players, you all can absolutely do that. Just make sure that anything that is, like you have an hour basically, and then anything that is a minute on, I'm kind of like assuming is triggered as soon as you touch ground. So you all are kind of in charge of keeping time with that. But so yeah, okay, cool. Like K.A.I just like splits off into a few versions of himself. All of this is being prepped.
And they all charge up their fists.
Just like in a line. And Windrider, can you roll an investigation check real quick for me?
Sure. Okay. That'd be a 17.
Cool. As you're kind of like they're all prepping, you're checking the hilt of your sword and like thinking about like, shit, is there anything I should grab? You look back and Goat is like leaning over against the mast and watching you all get ready, and she whistles and she's like, it's that one. It's that one. And she kind of like gestures toward a very small barrel that has just a regular healing potion taped on the inside. Not taped, but like attached to the inside. She's like, I keep that in there for emergencies. So, seems like one.
Thanks, Goat.
I'll put it in my satchel. And...
That's very nice. Hopefully I'll be returning it unopened.
This is Goat's secret bunion lotion.
She's like,
Goat has a healing potion problem. We'll talk about it when we get back to the ship.
oh no, don't worry. I got a fire liquor one too. If you want a different feeling. It's not healing, but it'll make dying more fun.
Yeah.
This is me being funny, Flute.
I'll take that one too.
Sure. She puts her hand in her own pocket and pulls out a tiny little cylinder. I can never think of the word cylinder. A cylinder that is, like,
It's
has
a
one
toughie.
tiny
Did it!
screw on the top there. Yeah.
You nailed it.
Now
Cylinder.
it's just for fun. And
Cool. What does it look like is inside of the cylinder?
just alcohol. Just like you
just
open
okay.
it, it smells like it's like the this is the wrong metaphor, but like engine fluid type of just something bad that Goat has
Moonshine,
made.
some Goliath
Yeah.
moonshine.
Yeah.
I'll pop the
Sounds-
cork on that and I'll drink it
Okay, cool. Make a Constitution saving throw.
while I'm watching K.A.I charge up his 4 power fists.
Oh no.
I got a 17.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you can have a point of inspiration now. You have a point of inspiration for doing that because I was
That's the shit.
legit gonna make you drunk and then like make you roll with disadvantage on stuff because I was like, sure. But because you did that and you're fine, you just get that little pep in your step.
The Moonboy sees this, and after all they've been through, finding out the Windrider's true identity and, being betrayed time and time again by his idol. He sees him take that shot and he goes, so cool. Jeez. He's terrible at it.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Can edit that out.
Coat pats you on the back a little too hard, and you're like falling over too. And
Just tears.
Okay, let's go. Let's fight Ghost.
Let's go.
We got a
We're gonna
clock
cut
on
to-
these spells.
We're gonna cut to break here as the ship
Oh.
is pulling up to this coffin of a tomb that you all are about to hop into. So hold on tight,
Floating,
everyone.
Space
Chat, thanks for hanging out.
barrow.
I am watching you. I do read it. We are going to take a break. We're gonna drink. We're gonna pee. We're gonna drink pee, and then we'll be back for the last fight of this year. See you on the other side.
And maybe ever.
The last fight of Christmas.
Until we see your families. But
Yeah.
Hi. Here we are. Here we're going. We're going. It's us here. So, the ship swirls through this open pathway inside of the mist that these wisps have kind of cleared for you. All of the three wisps that have spoken to you have bid adieu as before the ship is about to take off and kind of like out, and the rest of them are circling all around. And the ship takes off through this. It can move clearly as this is an open space without debris, and it just like aligns itself to the bottom here, and you all can pretty much step off very quickly. And if you want to go ahead and both place yourself in this like 15 feet area right here, you're more than welcome to, and I would like to go ahead and have you all roll initiative as well, as we're just going to start an initiative here.
On the deck of the ship, I take out my eyelash-encased gum Arabic and cast invisibility on myself, and then I will jump across that gap.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so any buff spells, kind of like, this is the time that they go off for sure, so
13.
feel free
Cast
to...
Andrew, the die you gave me just rolled a natural 20.
There we go.
Ooh! I will cast
It's only 20s.
I will cast guidance. I will moonsplain on myself, and also my moony form. I shine with bright light, by the way.
Way to check it.
Moonfire pierces the night.
Moonfire!
Moonfire!
Tiny little buddy boy just goes into this bright light form.
He goes, good luck, everybody. Bye.
Okay, cool. So I've got Kai's initiative is over 20. Klik's, what is yours?
8.
Oops,
8.
sorry.
Windrider, what's yours?
13.
Moonboy?
That's a 15.
All right. And then Kai, what did your final total end up being?
23.
All right. Cool.
The best I'll ever do.
Let's have
Yeah, right.
Kai
Initiative?
and one other person roll a perception check. Call it out, run
why
for it.
me?
I would also be out front, so I'm
Sure,
happy to
that makes
roll
sense. So you and Klik both roll perception checks as this ghost has slipped by you once. Not
Could have been
again.
worse. Could have been
Jason
worse. Could have been
Wardell,
worse.
everybody.
15.
So
Mine could barely have been worse. I rolled a 6. Well, I rolled a 2, but I got 6.
Yeah. Klik, you are kind of tied up in the fact that you realize it is an upward slope walking in front of you here. This space heading for in front of you is an upward slope, and you realize that everything on the outside of these black lines here, that way, is a drop downwards, about 20 or 30 feet. It's a little hard to tell as it's sloping, and it seems to vary ahead of you all. Kai, you can immediately see this same thing as well. There's a pathway in front of you that is this slope that goes at an angle up toward this large ring that is built on a platform above. Behind it is a bunch of intricate carvings, and sitting at the base of it is something that seems like a large seed pod, but there's other things that grab your attention inside of that quickly too, as the ceiling above you is about 20 feet high. As the platform slopes up, the ceiling kind of slopes up as well. So there's always going to be 20 feet above you unless you drop down to the 20 or 30 feet below you. And the 20 or 30 feet below you seems to be full of this yellow viscous liquid that is pouring out from the edges of the platform that is in front of you, this like larger spread out platform. And it seems to be coming from the seed as well. Like you can see just like little streams of it coming off the seed. And you can see this because the room is lit up. If you look up, there are pink dots of light above you all along the area. It's kind of like yellow and pink throughout. And you can see that this area seems to have a decent amount of, it's hard to count, but a decent amount of ghosts within it as well. It's difficult to tell what are magically cast lights in this area and what are like those same wisps that you have encountered before. And the main thing that you see is the body of a small, tiny little humanoid, kind of like slumped over a bit, seeming to be like fiddling with something on the ground. And it looks like, what did you get on that perception check? Remind me which one?
15.
15. Okay, cool. Yeah, it just looks like this like small, tiny. You can't tell if it's a child or not, but there is this small humanoid figure sitting in front of this large circle in front of the seed pod in front of you.
Crazy. K.A.I, go talk to it.
Yeah, K.A.I, you're up first here. Yeah, we are in initiative order right now. So,
also, I gotta say this for my Destiny heads out there. Hive Tomb Ship. Holy shit.
Yes.
That's as far as I can get. I wonder if there's anything we can't see. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I will sort of walk up tentatively.
Bring a sword. Sorry.
Yep, I do. I do. Where is my spells? Sorry everybody. I'm trying to look at my spells.
No, you're good. I think that it's a good reminder here that Jason Wardell is making an amazing soundtrack for you all as you walk into this room. This room is full of, it seems to be, and just, I want to be sure if you all can see the Roll20 map, now's a good time to like peek at it real quick. As this like platform here, you can see there's like these hard lines here. This is a walkway that is raised 20 or 30 feet in the air, depending on where you are. And everything here is like from it is, this is kind of like down. This is about 25 feet down here. And this is up in the air. Like, so like this area is kind of like more raised edged walls.
Yeah, it's like a ramp going up, right? To that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To a platform with the crazy seed pod on it.
Yeah, thank you. Case couldn't remind me. You can't see because I was on a different layer. You can't see this before, but like this area over here is this raised platform. Everything over here is like, this is all down below, and then it goes 20 feet up in the air above that. This is the highest point in the room.
And it's all. Would you say that the yellow sludge to either side is pretty poisonous looking?
You can do an insight check, or you can do a nature check if you want to, or you can do a perception check. It's nature or perception.
This like stuff down here. Is that down as well?
Yep. The only thing that is up is this is kind of like straightforward right here.
Circle. Okay, got it.
12
yeah, shout
perception.
out to 12 perception. It's hard to tell either way. It's definitely not any poison you recognize. Shout out to Every Map's Story on Instagram, Joshua Smith, who made this amazing map. It's so good. I love it so much. So, Kai, what you doing?
I am going to reach down and load in a golden rune-covered round into my launcher, and I will aim it in that direction and fire what explodes into a burst of golden and blue lights that coat everything in light, and I will cast Fairy Fire.
Buddy, I was gonna do this exact same thing. Great minds. Good move.
Great minds.
Bless you.
Okay, cool. Where is there a specific place that you were doing this? Or
Yeah,
is it-
so it's a 20-foot cube.
Get it.
starting there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Or
cool.
like yeah.
So as this spell goes off and this like spark of color that it does, it lights up nothing in this range except for the creature that is sitting there on the ground, kind of like hunched over, fumbling with something. And when that goes off, you just hear it go, and it cracks its neck, and it just, this small halfling stands up, and it's just a decayed body with like short hair, and it just looks like a very, very old man.
Is it Relic?
No, it's
No.
not.
He said his old body was getting decayed, so he took
Oh,
for a new
right.
one.
Yes.
Yeah, it just seems like a very
Just
old
likes halflings.
man.
He
Yeah,
loves.
has-
He's got a type.
He likes a
Who has-
tiny house. Okay.
That one got me.
I'll use my bonus action to deploy my defensive field. So all four of my mirror images sort of have a vroom of
The creature gets
protective
a
energy.
dexterity saving throw against the fairy fire.
Oh, it does? Okay, cool.
oh
It does.
yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
it
I'm gonna
failed.
do
It
that.
got below 10. So yeah, it is just
Yeah.
like lit up in this purple rim of glow, and it looks at you, and you hear the same voice that came out of Relic before, and it says, "I am not happy that you are here, unless you have decided to give over one of yourselves. In which case, that makes it easy." And it does not make sense. This is a very small body. This is like a very deep, resounding voice, and it's not the right voice coming out of this body. And this older male halfling just like has tattered, like a super tattered clothes. You can barely tell anything about them. Just has like long, shaggy brown hair and like a little bit of a beard, and just looks up like with very gaunt eyes at you, and you can see the same blue glow comes out of him, and he reaches up to scratch at his beard, and he has those same long fingernails that Relic did as well.
But he looks like he's rotting, like he's already already dead, kind of.
No, I was using my own language for very old. It just looked like a very old halfling more than anything else. He does not look dead. It's not zombified in any way. Yeah.
Interesting.
So does Fairy Fire stay? I don't remember how this works.
No, I misunderstood it. So I'll actually place it a little bit further back because it's whatever's in the.
It does. Yeah, it's a
What-
cube.
It's whatever's there when it's cast is who gets affected. So I'll affect this ring as well. Sort of light him up in the ring behind him.
Sure.
It's 20
So
feet,
if
is
there's anything there, they all still have to make the save. But
Okay, cool. It seems that nothing. I mean, you do not see anything.
Yeah, I think we
So-
found the ghost. It's in.
yeah. It's in the guy. But
It's in
him
Papa Keith-
and
Papa
the ring and the
Keith's
pod are all
A cranky
illuminated. And
halfling. Let's keep looking.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, maybe
that?
this
Can you see
isn't
that?
the halfling we're looking for.
Cool. All right, you want to do anything else? You good?
that's it for me.
Great. Talon is going to use her turn to run forward 30 feet. She's going to get right there. She's going to roll up to the edge here. And she's like, "All right, dude. You're toast." She says, like, look at you and, like, it's like, "You don't know how powerful these folks are. You should leave." And she kind of like looks around at you all, and you just hear,
Nice.
"No."
Cool. Oh.
And and she is going to use her turn to point at you, Kai, with her arm and say, "This is K.A.I. Hammerstein. You should be afraid." And she gestures to you, and like you see with that like little flex of it looks like gears coming off of her arm, but nothing physical is coming off, and it just kind of like floats over to you. And she's going to give you 4 d8s that you can expend to reduce damage from you if you need to.
Cool.
So you can kind of like it kind of works in the same way that we explained hit points for a short rest from before. Anytime you take damage, you can either use part of them, all of them, but you can always reduce damage that you were given with those 4 d8. And it seems like that is a big deal for her.
Great.
And that is going to she looks back and nods and she's like, "You got this. Let's do this." And that's going to bring up Moonboy.
Okay. Does this creature, thing, guy, human? I guess we're not in combat quite yet, are we?
Well, we're in initiative.
We're in initiative.
Sure.
Blast him.
I blast him. I cast Guiding Bolt.
Cool. So you walk up there, Moonboy runs around, Talon gets right up there.
Oh, I'm hovering, baby. Maybe I'll
Cool,
say
yeah.
something beforehand. I'll be like, "Release him. Go with the wind of fate, friend."
Absolutely. So yeah, you can fly up there because of your fly speed, right? You get that much more movement because of your fly speed.
I do. It's 30. I'm only going to right here.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I guess it's back a little bit.
Yeah.
Boop.
Are you 30 or 25?
30
Okay, cool.
with the boots.
Oh, with the boots. That's right. Yeah. Cool.
And I'm going to blast him.
Sure. Yeah. So with this, like, Talon's run up and buffed Kai. Kai's
You have advantage.
sussed out what's happening here, and you have advantage on this
Sweet.
guiding bolt shot as you are breaking first blood, maybe, as
Awesome.
you
I
shoot your
am going
shot.
to, as my pal Kai says, blast that guy.
Absolutely.
Let me just grab my spell list here. I know I should know this by now, but listen. My brain don't work correct. Ranged spell attack.
Yeah, you roll your d20 and add your spellcasting modifier there.
I know, dog. I know. Oh, come on, you bugger. It's a kip. I'm sorry. Oh, wait. I have advantage. Ah, God. Blew it. I blew it. 11 to hit.
11 to hit, and that misses. As you roar up here, flying forward with your boots that give off a aura of light around you.
But I get to
And-
make an additional one for my archer.
Sure, yeah. And this bolt just goes flying by, and
Son of a
this
bitch.
old body just kind of leans out of the way and looks at you while it shoots past, and it's like, "This is not my first entanglement with
How's
adventurers. Not worried."
How does a dirty 20 treat you?
That hits. As it
Right.
says it's not worried, this arrow just like shoots into its side.
An errant arrow of moonfire blasts through that guy and does 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. No, 10 damage.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it seems to just like deeply wound this being as like the starry arrow that comes off of it like hits it, and you see it double over for a second and comes up, and it's just like bleeding from its stomach, and it looks at you and is like, "I am done with this anyway. sounds good. It nods at you and just like it just doesn't even seem to react as the blood that is like dripping down from its stomach.
Fine.
Want to do anything else?
That is the end of my turn.
Cool.
Yeah.
Windrider, you are up then.
Cool. I'm still invisible. As I come up next to Klik, I'll whisper like,
Klik, please don't kill all of us.
and give her bardic inspiration. And then as I move forward 30 feet, I, as an action, am humming a song, which is a counter charm. Anyone who can hear my tune has advantage against being charmed or frightened until my next turn.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
Nice.
that rocks.
All right.
That's my turn.
Don't let me forget, because I will.
I won't forget.
So yeah, you just quietly go up there whistling a tune to yourself the whole time.
What's the tune, man?
Great.
It's very Cloudy with
I
a
love
Chance of
that.
Meatballs. If anybody's
Yeah,
seen
That's
that movie.
Flute's favorite
Sure.
movie, so
Yeah,
makes
it's a good one.
We found a strange disc hurtling through space.
that movie's actually pretty good. I have
It's
to-
good.
It's genuinely has some funny jokes.
I just want to make that planet now, where it's just like canonical. It's like, oh yeah, you want to just go to like the spaghetti planet?
go to that
Let's just do
planet.
it.
Oh my god, I would love to go to the Spaghetti Planet. Spaghetti Night? Oh, the episode? Just saying.
This creature, this voice that is
maybe I'm just
bellowing, this voice that is bellowing out of this tiny little old body hobbles forward 25 feet and looks at you and goes, "My turn.
No.
I've not survived this long without taking down some adventurers or two." And it
Aren't you a
nods over,
ghost?
and it says,
Aren't
and
you
it
dead?
says, "Yes, I am, and soon you will know what it means to try and live in this in-between state as well." And it just seems to be, it reaches its hands up to its eyes, and when it pulls them away, there's lightning in both of the hands, just these like sparkling, crackling balls, and it looks at you, K.A.I, and goes, "Have the summon," and like blows into it, and a bolt comes off of it, and I need you, Moonboy, Talon, and let's see if I can get Klik here.
Is he targeting me with an attack?
Yes. No, you are making a dexterity saving throw, so I don't know if that matters, but
So it doesn't work with my mirror image?
so you have advantage on this. Like,
It's to figure out which one he targets. It says,
oh no, okay. This is good. What do I
It says
have
when a
to
creature
do?
targets you with an attack during the spell's duration, roll a d20 to determine whether the attack targets you or one of the duplicates.
Okay, so the duplicates would be next to you, right? Mm-hmm. And I have to roll a d20 too. And what do I have to roll against?
I roll a d20.
Oh, okay. And you're trying to beat my spell save DC?
No, if I roll a 6 or higher, it attacks one of my duplicates.
Okay, cool. So do that,
I did. I rolled a 13. So
and
one of
then
my
roll
duplicates.
one more time.
14.
Okay, cool. So because of this, he's using a spell that goes from person to person. So he is going to hit you, but he is also going to waste 2 of his charges of this, basically. So he can only hit, let's see, you, 2, 3. So he can only hit Moonboy. He can't hit Talon specifically because of this. He was going to be able to hit
Oh,
Talon
good.
additionally.
Okay.
But because of that, he's not able to hit Talon. So this lightning comes off. It hits one of your duplicates, and it misses them. So like the lightning goes looking for another place, hits another one of the duplicates, cannot find you, and then he knows as well. And so the lightning conducts toward you, and so now from that hit 3 people after hitting the initial target, and I can only hit Moonboy now. So I need
failed.
Moonboy and K.A.I to both make dexterity saving throws.
I got a 5. Can I? Yeah. I got a 5. Even if I use my guidance. I mean, I might as well.
Terrible.
My guidance brought it up to a 9.
Yeah, I also failed.
Okay, I just rolled so high on these dice. So I just rolled 10d8, so that's 16, 24, 28, 31, 35, 40, and then, so 61. So you take 61 points of damage if you failed, and you take
Moonboy's down.
30 points of damage if you are alive. What's your max HP?
51.
Cool, you're good.
I'm going to use
No, I'm
those-
not.
I'm going to use those d8s,
Cool.
first of all.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy.
All right.
You know who wouldn't still be up if he had been hit by that?
I am not up. I am down.
Yeah.
So
But
I
mean,
reduced
like,
that by 20.
Down, I meant like down.
Technically, I have temporary hit points, so I reduced it by 27.
Cool. So you used all of those d8s that were given to you?
All of them.
Cool. And both of your illusions are down because
There's one left.
I hit both of them. Oh, so there's 4.
There's 3 of them.
There's 3 of them. Okay, cool.
So would it have hit the other one before it hit Moonboy?
Maybe roll the d20. If you get above 6, Moonboy can be back up.
So the way
Or
that it
you have to roll a
works
d20 and you have to get above 6, right?
when 2 of them are gone, so when there's 2 duplicates, it's an 8. When it's 1 duplicate, it's an 11.
Yeah, but
Okay,
you were
cool.
hitting all of them at the same time, so they
Yeah,
would all
that
be
is
above
true.
6, right?
I would say
That's
I would
up
say
to you.
Aaron's is right. It would. So you have 1 duplicate left. So whatever number that is.
I rolled a 12.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I
Moonboy,
needed
you're back
an
up. You
11
get
or higher.
all that damage back.
So Moonboy
as I'm,
did not
Yeah?
get hit.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
This is the chain for those in chat. This is the chain lightning spell. So I imagine that if you are able to deceive him with this duplicate, that it goes to the first one, does not hit, it tries to find another target, does not hit, tries to find another target, does not hit, tries to find another target, doesn't hit. If this was an attack spell, I would just have it miss, but it's not. It's a dexterity saving throw. So I imagine it's trying to find the next target, using its energy to try and connect. And because you
I'll take it,
fool it
man.
on all of those, you're back up. You still
It's
got
sort
hit
of
by-
a question that's outside of the text of the spell, so it's however you
yeah,
want to roll it.
yeah. No, I mean, I feel great about that exact ruling. So,
Hell yeah.
cool. So yeah, so
So,
you're back
but I
up,
still take. What was the damage though?
61.
61.
Okay, so I take.
So you are the final one. It hits all of
Yeah.
your duplicates, and so you take 30 damage if you succeeded on that save.
I failed,
Yeah. But
you
you
take
prevented
61
you
damage.
said you
but I prevented
29
27.
damage. 27.
So yeah, 34. You take 34 points of damage. Cool. And any concentration buffs that you have.
Oh yeah, I need to make a check for fairy fire.
Yep. Getting real. Getting serious.
So I need to. It's what is my target for concentration?
I mean, I don't think you can hit it. I think it's 30.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I failed.
Yeah.
So
me.
fairy fire's gone.
Cool. Great. All right. That's going to be the
I'm
end
super
of
hurt.
the end of this being's turn, and it's now Klik's turn. Yeah, you see your buddy, like you see this lightning come off and just like,
Yeah.
and you see the halfling grimace, and it's just like, ah! And K.A.I eventually gets hit and just like lit up, almost lifted off to the ground by he's taking the end of this electrical charge. And
Full of electricity just charged K.A.I up instead.
Yeah. All right. Well, I could use this cure wounds on you, but I should probably just attack that guy. That's what I do.
Maybe
best.
not a bad idea.
Quick question on
Somebody
how
else
my
will.
Chatka works. If I set the mark on its current body and it leaves that body, what happens?
you're not sure, you've never encountered that before.
Okay. So if I set it on him and he leaves that, then all my buffs would be used on this old guy. Okay. That changes things.
Man, mirror image coming through in the clutch, preventing
Yeah,
a
truly.
fucking TPK.
Yeah, that ruled.
Truly. It's going to
Like,
be
I
a
can-
moment to look back on, and that's having a player go down in the first round is a huge difference. So
Yeah.
nice work.
I mean, I'm close.
Okay. I am going to run 10 feet, and then I am going to jump 30 over Talon and Flute, and I'm going to land next to Klik. And
Klik.
Not Klik, K.A.I. What?
I'm Kai.
She's possessed. Kill her.
And then I can, for the chat check, can I assign non-lethal to this? I mean, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I think that is a thing that it's a melee weapon, so I'm a little more lenient on that than spells. Like, throwing a weapon is a little difficult, but I think that,
Yeah.
you can harm this thing in a way that is going to incapacitate it, sure. Slice its tendon, whatever.
I am going to attempt to just clip him on the top of the head with the tchotchke as hard as I can.
Tchotchke-bonk?
Tchotchke-bonk.
Chachka-bonk.
Yeah.
Chachka.
All right. That is 23 to hit.
Absolutely hits as it flies toward it and just...
Oh, my stuff is in the wrong place. All right.
Yeah, as you throw your, kind of three-sided blade
Yep.
at
That
it
one
and just spins toward in this magical arc, bounces off its head, and what was the damage?
Just 8 on that one.
Okay, cool.
Wait.
And
Yeah,
then
no,
do
six,
you
six
get another...
Is, 6 is right. Yes, I have a second attack. I don't get 3 attacks with the Tchotchke. And I will
So the Chachka bonks him on the head and it kind of leans down, kind of in a huff, but pulls itself back up pretty easy and looks at you, now bleeding
Yeah.
from a wound in his head.
She'll catch it in one of her top arms, hook it around her back and say, "Let him go," and then hook it back and try and bonk him again.
Absolutely.
That is a 22 to hit. Well,
Cool, that
at least
hits
we're
as well.
hitting. It's 10 damage.
Cool. With that, you see, this second one bonks it on the other side of the head, and it just falls over flat. And this body crumples to the ground as out of it, this spirit forms in a way that you've seen before. You've seen this thing come out of a relic before. Just this blue, it starts with this blue glow around its body. It just seems to form very quickly, almost like a tornado, until it has this physical body of a form. And you see right here this wonderful art by Jordan Dahl, this token right here, taking up this space, this wicked, decayed elf.
Is it size large?
It is size large.
All right.
As it is left its body and more of its full aura as well. That it's just encompassing the space. It seems to be a almost cartoonishly large version of what a humanoid to look like.
All right. I will use my bonus action, and I will use Power of the Promise, and I'll point 2 right fingers at the ghost and say, mark him as my target.
Yeah.
Power
It
of
looks-
the promise. Nice.
Yeah, you hear just this little tiny whisper inside of your head too, Klik, just yes. It's just almost your psionic energy, your connection to a larger
Yeah.
version of the world than yourself.
I can even speak telepathically in his head. I could say, I'll send a message into his brain and say, "We're coming for you."
Say,
Ghost
say,
brain.
say, ooh, ghost. Are you down? Are
That's
you
just how
down with
Tohr-Kreen
the
sounds.
sickness?
I was gonna say that is a couple
hello.
scary curse words on Tohr-Kreen.
It's nice to see you.
Yeah, you're
Walks
right.
over and looks at
ancient-
you and he goes,
A curse
you hear
upon your
back in
mother.
you hear back in your head, how long do you live?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Close it. Close your mind. Close it. Close the door.
shit! Somebody's in here.
Somebody's in here.
Occupied.
As long as as long as it takes.
He nods and goes, I've never tried your aging of one of your kinds. Maybe I shall. And
We actually
kind of
aged
just like
pretty fast.
you see his jaw kind of like fall a little bit farther down, and
Cute.
he's going to use a legendary action
No.
Ruh-roh.
Son of a
to
bitch.
go ahead and cast his laughter at you.
Oh no.
So if you could make a wisdom saving throw.
Now,
This
1d8
is not an
bardic
attack on me.
inspiration.
I do have
This is
bardic
not-
inspiration.
This
Okay.
is not an attack on you, and you do have to make you just have to make a wisdom saving throw.
you also have.
Well, that's not gonna do it. I
Well,
don't-
she had that song of something, right, to give her
There's
advantage on.
advantage of being charmed or frightened.
yeah.
I don't
so
know
this
if,
is none of those.
I
think
and he
Tasha's
is not
might
attacking
count
me,
as being
so
charmed.
Blur does nothing.
I think it is charmed.
And I rolled a 4 on the dice, so bardic inspiration isn't going to do a damn
Yeah,
thing.
let me look that up real fast. If
I-
it is,
I don't see anything on there about being charmed. It says a creature of your choice that you can see within range perceives everything as hilariously funny and falls into a fit of laughter. If the spell affects it, the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration. A creature with an intelligence, blah, blah, blah. At the end of its turn, blah,
Sucks.
blah, blah. Yep.
Now, would an additional 6 on top of a
I mean, I rolled a 4. I have bardic
Would it-
inspiration.
would
so,
an additional 6 on top of an 8 get you to a success?
You don't know.
Because I could
I
give you
mean-
both. I can give you another 6.
like with my modifier, I'm at a 5, and I'd roll a d8 and a d6. So it's not a great odds. I could try.
Would you rather save it for the next one?
It would take some real luck to.
You don't
To
know
get
what the
there,
spell
I
save
think.
DC is, I will say.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna take at least me rolling 10 to get there.
But I mean, that's all you need is an 8 on the bardic
inspiration is a
inspiration
d8 or a
dice.
d6.
D8,
It's a
right?
D8 now.
it's a D8.
Okay. I mean,
Roll
I can
it,
try.
and if it doesn't do it, I'll
I can
give you a
try.
I'll give you a twist of luck.
I will also use my bardic inspiration, and I rolled a 3, so I got to 8.
Roll a 6, a twist of moon magic upon thee.
What does that look like, Jordan?
That's 12.
12 altogether. Yep. You still take this laughter as you fall prone, you fall over, and
A
you just
Tohr-Kreen
hear
laughing is horrifying. It's clicky, it's clacky. You can hear it coming. Yeah, it sounds like a lawn sprinkler for sure.
with just like a little bit of broken chainsaw in there.
Yeah. Sounds like a bunch of pennies in a blender.
That's it. It's pennies. It's the Wheel of Fortune. It's everything. We're clicking.
Wheel
We're
of
clacking.
Fortune.
We're shaking
We're
stuff
clicking, we're
around.
clacking. Cool.
Hilarious.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. That is
right.
going to. So you were prone on the ground, just like cackling away. It's now going to be back to the top of the order here with Kai.
All right, I'm going to stride forward, and I'm going to uppercut this guy in the face. Uppercut!
Bunch of ghosts.
Punch a ghost.
Can I not?
I have hugged, and now it is
ghosts.
time for punching. All
Bunch
right,
of Ghost is a band, right?
that is a 21 to hit.
Absolutely. As you walk up there, look at this, like literally has a broken, it's not even a physical jaw. Its mouth is now at the point where it's like imitating a broken jaw. And you just slam your electric fist into it and just uppercut it real good.
Arcane energies.
14 points of thunder damage and 4 points of acid damage.
Okay, cool. Let me double check here. 14 points of, what was the first one?
Thunder damage.
And the second one was acid?
Yes.
Okay, cool. It seems like both of those are halved, so it only takes 14 damage total. As when
eats
you
my
hit it, you can
shorts.
see it connecting to its body, and like you can see it dispersing itself throughout its spectral form.
Well,
but
he has disadvantage on attacks against anybody besides me.
Okay, cool, great.
I'm all up in his grill, and I punch him again.
All right, yeah, get that first hit in. You can still do
That
another
is
swing
up for 15.
15 hits as you look down. It looks down at you and it gets ready to laugh, and you just bop it right in the nose again. As he's about to say something snarky, but you don't let him as you get that other hit in.
All right, that is 14 points of thunder damage and 5 points of acid damage.
Okay, cool. So that's going to be 9 points of damage altogether, as both of them are halved here. As you're trying to disconnect, you just see it like kind of like spreading throughout its body, and it does. I mean, it's made a decent impact as you can see both the acid and the lightning kind of like spreading throughout it and dispersing its form out as it goes. But
anyway, my main goal was to get up in his face and get his attention, and I've done that. Maybe I should have healed myself. I don't know. I will use my bonus action to deploy my defensive field once again and get some temporary hit points.
Great. Great. I think at the end of your turn, its legendary actions recharged at the beginning of the round, so it's going to go ahead and use another one of its legendary actions to use an attack against you as you punch it, and it goes, my turn, and it just doesn't punch you, but reaches out its long, decrepit hand in its ghostly form that has the longest fingernails and fingers you've ever seen, and just like swipes through you, and it's going to make a melee attack against you. That's going to be a 24 to hit.
I will use my reaction to cast Shield.
Does that put
My
you
AC
over?
is, it's 26.
Okay, cool, yeah. So it starts to touch you, and right as it's about to connect with your chest, there's just a whoosh out against you, and it can't get through. You just see it like scraping against the magic, and it goes, no, what are you? How long do you live?
Don't answer.
And,
Say longer than you. Say
Longer
longer
than you. Longer than you.
Nice.
Because you're already dead.
Yeah,
So it goes.
got him.
all right.
Longer than you.
He kind of just like looks at you. He's like, I've been alive for so
Thank you,
long.
Moonboy. Thank you, Moonboy.
Yes, we got him.
All of a sudden, these
Yeah, we
people
got it. Doesn't
exchanging
matter how
punches
long you've been
are-
alive. I still owned you.
Yep.
Pound.
You got
Freak
destroyed.
show. Sorry.
Comedian destroys Space Ghost.
Coast to coast.
Okay, cool. So, no, that's not gonna work.
I'm so glad
Sorry.
that didn't hit.
Yeah, that was good. I think Talon. It's Talon's turn now. Who's going to step up?
Oh, I made a mistake also.
is it?
That attack was a 14, not a 15. So if that misses him,
No, that still hits.
sorry.
You're good.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Thank you for being honest, but you're
Sorry.
good. Okay, cool. I think Talon's gonna step up here and use her big kid spell as she's gonna walk over. She can get there, right? Yeah. She's gonna get up here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yep, gonna get right there. And it's gonna upcast Cloud of Daggers as she again just pulls a glass shard out of her hand, her arm, and then throws it in the air, and a bunch of other tiny glass shards join it and fly over and fill this space right here in this 5-foot cube, putting it not on the halfling's body that is down here, but kind of like up in front of you here, Kai. I'm gonna draw it right here. Boom, boom, boom. That's what the Cloud of Daggers is. And on the start of its turn, it will have to make a check to see if it is able to, how this cloud treats it, as there is just all of a sudden, this circle almost of a bunch of pieces of shards of glass just spinning around together. And Talon's like, let's get him! Just like stoked as hell.
Get him!
Feeling this adrenaline rush.
Get him!
Okay, cool. That's Talon's turn. It's now going to be Moonboy. Don't let me forget, team, when it's the start of the Crathur's turn, that he has to make a save to break
Faux
the
show.
Cloud of Daggers.
We shan't.
All right, Moonboy.
Okay, the Moonboy, seeing this crack of lightning take out K.A.I's powerful, strange arcane technology, decides that he better use his bonus action to the moonfire within him. This raging spirit that embodies him seems to calm as he closes his eyes, and when he opens them back up, you see the constellation of the chalice is now present within them. And he is going to use half of his movement to fly over to K.A.I, and he lays a gentle hand on his shoulder and casts Cure Wounds. And K.A.I, you're going to receive back 10 plus 22 hit points.
22 total?
22 total.
Awesome. Amazing. Thank you so
And then-
much.
And then the Moonboy recedes back gently 15 feet away. And that is the end of this turn.
Great. Yeah, you just fly up there, fly back, and you see K.A.I get healed, and this big ghost looks down at you and is like, your friends will not help you.
Yes, they will.
Can I?
Yeah. Dude, what you got?
It's a crazy thing, and I don't know if it borders on metagaming, but I know that in some instances, healing undead can damage them. Is there a roll I can make to discern that?
Sure, make an Arcana check.
Six? No. Wait. 9?
There are lots of types of undead made through lots of different types of magic, and Moonboy doesn't know anything about any necromancy.
Fair,
He's just
fair.
like, yeah. Cool. Fair question, no answer. Windrider, it's now your turn. As Moonboy has flittered up there, like buffed K.A.I, who's just like leading this charge with this huge spectral being leaning over him. Talon's up there as well, pushing in here, and nothing. You're good. So Windrider,
I know a
what are
little
you up to?
more about necromancy than I did a short while ago. Can I make that check?
For the healing, is that specifically what you're looking for? Is the healing?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it an Arcana check?
It is.
15.
It will not affect this being at all. It seems to be a ghost that is in its own form that is just not going to be affected by.
It's a ghost with its own money. Who
As I've
don't
been in
need
this-
no man.
As I've been in this room now a little bit, I guess just 6 seconds, but still, as I've taken in the room, does it look... Is there any, like, activity with that seed pod in the ring? Any of that
Yeah, what's
shit?
going on
Is
there?
it, like, moving? Is it...
You can do a perception check, absolutely. I'm not even counting it in action. I know maybe I should, but I just want you to do it, so I'm not worrying about it.
Okay,
Going on
it's
with the master
16.
pod.
16. It does not seem to change at all since you've been here. There seems to be a weird trickle from this pod here that's going down and being recycled in some way, as you can kind of like see a very slow molasses current of this area below, but that's it.
That's upsetting, right?
Yeah.
Final question. Sorry to delude
Yep.
you with questions.
Hit me.
As
I love them.
move forward, there's like a little pathway that recedes down into where this yellow liquid is. Can I move along the side of it by like holding on to the edge of the platform?
Yes, actually, I'm not even gonna make you roll for that because right here connects, like right on toward where you are, is not a drop down. It's kind of like connecting with the wall here, but it drops more and more as you go. So there's probably a point where you will have to make a dexterity saving throw, but or check, but right now
Shuffle
you don't. You can move your way along.
Do it.
Not quite that far. You have to be one. Just here. Let me move you over here.
Oh,
you need to be
well, I
hugging
wanted
the
to
wall
keep
a little bit
moving
more.
along it. I basically wanted to inch my way along the side of it while I'm invisible, holding on to the side of this pathway.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you're 20 feet down from where everybody else is right now.
Oh, sorry. So I wanted to walk on the pathway, and then once I get to where I'm right behind K.A.I,
Oh, okay. Sorry.
inch my way along invisibly like that, like along this side.
Like a scooch
to
on
get-
the side of the
Yeah.
bridge.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you can move through your friend space, no problem, even when you're invisible. Because like they're not protecting from you, and you can be prepared for this. So you can scoot by him as soon as you enter the ghost space. Even if you're invisible, you're gonna have to make a check here to like sneak past him in some way. But you can try if you want to.
You can do
That's as
it.
far as I can move. Oh, I guess I could dash because I didn't do anything else with my turn, right?
Yep.
Do it.
So I'll keep going. 5, 10, 15, 20. And I will emerge. I'll climb back up. So I'm now
Cool.
behind him and I'm invisible.
You're gonna have to make a let's have you make a stealth check as you move past here.
It's a regular stealth check?
Just a regular stealth check. I would give you disadvantage on this, but because you're invisible, it's just a
Wow,
straight up
okay.
stealth check. Because you're just straight up moving through this being space in a spot that is 10 feet wide that he fills
You
up
got
10
it.
feet.
You got it.
So
Well, I was
Yeah,
like,
Windrider.
I was like moving along, hanging from the side of the platform. So I wasn't actually
Sure.
in his.
it's still
Oh, God.
it's still a rough space.
I'm
to move
cashing in
through.
my inspiration
Yes! There it
Alright.
is.
because I got a 7, and that'll be a 19.
Now look at that. This little
Do
bit
it.
of
That'll do it.
Mwah.
it's the moment where you still got a little bit of the liquor in you, and you're not even looking down. You're not even worried about how like much you're dangling or teetering on the edge. You're just like, look at me, I'm going through.
Yeah,
And
that
you
first
just,
shot confidence.
yeah,
It's a me.
absolutely. And you just
Who
whoop right
saves
through
the
there.
day once again? That's it for my turn.
That's the lesson here.
Yeah, this is the start of Windrider's alcohol problem.
Dark alcoholic period.
His dark pills and alcohol period.
Goat, I need some more of that magic juice.
Daddy's got a sparkle.
This is just the plot to the master, honestly.
I was thinking walk the line.
He's gonna look at you all and be like, fine. And I need.
Is it his turn?
It is his turn. Oh, before
He'd take a
goes,
damage.
Yeah.
He took the damage.
Oh, that's
gonna
right.
Be, I got a natural 1 on this saving
Yeah.
throw.
Yes!
Look at
Fuck
that.
you,
Let's
ghost.
Yes.
I
Fuck you, ghost.
mean, I don't mean to take delight in your failures, but
I do.
Hey, let's add a D4 to that damage because he nat 1'd on this saving throw.
yes,
Shall we?
yes, gravy.
Okay, I'm gonna roll all of my D4 here. Is it all? Oh, actually, that D4 adds the 1 D4 that is all of them. So
Clickety-clack.
that is going to be. Look at that, 10. That's gonna be 15. That's gonna be 24 damage
Nice.
of magical slashing damage, I believe. 'cause this is
Nasty,
Cloud of
nasty.
Daggers.
Love
like
it.
that's magical damage, right? It's a magical spell.
That's magical
hell yeah, it is.
damage, baby.
Cool. And you just see as it starts to move, it moves through this field of spinning glass and just get freaking eviscerated. It like pulls almost half of its body off of it. As it just like these spinning like pieces of glass just churn out its spirit form and like throws it to the wind here, and it just dispersed. And it's only this like head and half of its body left. And he looks around and he's like, he points at Talon. He's like, "You,
Talon!
my form," and she's like, "Yeah, buddy!" Like she just is like hyped and looks at you all and is
Robo
like,
fingers.
"Let's do
Talon
it."
has a
It'd be cool
very
if her middle
spring
fingers
break
popped open
energy,
and,
and
like-
I'm here for it.
A more middle finger came.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
Extendo.
Goes up and then gets longer.
The cigarette comes out of it.
Talon paying the rent.
Yeah, she's hyped as hell. She sees it happen. It's like, yeah, that's what I do. And so start of its turn, it's still up, and it goes fine. And I know that I need at least K.A.I and Klik to make this save here. As I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw. And
What's he doing?
I think it might be Moonboy too here, as it's 30 feet. It's going to catch you 2 and Talon. So I need all of y'all to make a Constitution saving throw as it leans down, opens its jaw unnaturally wide, and you've seen it cast the spell before as this just like blizzard comes out of its mouth and spreads out in this icy cold that goes around you all. Talon failed.
I got an 18.
I got an 18 too.
I got a 22. No, sorry, 21. 21.
All of those succeed here. So I'm going to roll my pile of d8s again, minus 2 from before, so I'm only rolling 8 d8 this time.
Oh, how generous.
I know. 10, 16, 20, 24, 25 damage, which is going... Talon's up still. She's a tough
Nice.
one. Yeah.
So
If
take
we
13 or
succeeded, do we
12?
take half?
Yeah, you take half.
what,
That.
13?
12.
I did not roll great on that cone of cold. As it
always
just like
run down.
blasts you all.
Thank fuck.
Yeah.
And I make a wisdom check on my hideous laughter. Can I be not
yeah,
laughing?
you take
if I
damage.
just got,
Yeah,
just
you take
got
damage.
wailed
You-
upon.
Absolutely.
Oh
Good
my
reminder.
God. Is it just a regular one? Just
Yep,
one check?
just straight up. Yep, just a d20.
Well, he's hilarious. I rolled another 4.
Yeah, you're just still on the
Right.
Do you
ground.
make it with
right?
advantage if
humor
you took
is the bar
damage?
is pretty low.
I don't know. I
No,
know
she
you make
just
a
gets
check.
a save. She just gets
Now,
a save when she
wait. Correct
Oh,
me.
she does have advantage. Yeah, she does have advantage.
No,
Do I roll
the
2?
Yes, yeah. It specifically says the target has advantage on saving throws if it's triggered by the image. Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
Hey!
Andrew's done this to me so many times.
That's not going to
No,
do it,
I
but
am
it
not.
is.
Aaron
It is
is the one who
13
does
this
it.
time.
13. 13. Oh wait, that's the wrong. No, that's
13
not
with advantage. Yeah.
13's not going to do it. No. I'm
Take
sorry.
a 6. Take a 6. The Moonboy
might
twists
do it.
fate.
How many of those do you have?
4.
It's 16 with the d6.
That hits exactly.
Ah!
So you're still laughing, and you just feel this like this like sparkle. I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say it's from the hood. It's from your hood. There's just this little whisper.
hat?
Yeah, from your hat. You just hear this little whisper. That Aaron, if you could, just this tiny little whisper in Klik's ear, that says,
Says what?
it says,
Just improv something.
You can do it, Klik.
and with that, you're just
The
like
moon
brought back.
digs your whole vibe.
Her laughing slowly clicks to a stop, and then it's just blazing anger. I'm prone though, right?
I can do it
It's
4
not
times,
that
by the way,
funny.
Harlan.
Cool, thank you. So yeah, you
Once
do.
once per turn, though.
That rules. Okay, cool. So here we are. That's the end of the end of its turn.
That's the end of its turn.
Yeah, you're good. So yeah, you're back up. You're still prone. You're gonna have to use half of your movement to step back up, but you've shaken off this
That's
laughter
all
here.
I need, baby.
It's a reaction.
So careful about my concentration spells and everything. It just smash me. I love it. I love it.
Have you seen the starry form dragon thing?
Oh yeah.
No, what?
There's a seldom used third form that I don't use that's for concentration druids that gives you
Yeah.
advantage on all concentration checks.
It'll matter at some point. It's super sick.
It will.
Okay, cool.
I am going to stand up, and I am going to. I can still attack him through those knives without, like, from here, without getting in the swirly glassy knives.
Yes, because you can move through K.A.I's space. No, but yeah, you
doesn't
can
have to
attack.
move.
Yeah, you can attack through there, no
Okay,
problem. It
just
doesn't hurt
making
you.
sure. I don't have to be in that space. I just want to be able to hit him.
Sure. Can K.A.I, while she's doing that, can you roll a perception check?
Yeah.
Cool.
17.
You see the halfling on the ground cough out a bunch of blood, and then kind of like roll over unconscious. It seemed to have failed the death saving throw. Klik, it's still your turn. 17.
Save that guy.
Yeah. I am going to hit this guy with my Githka. She's so pissed and tired from laughing, and she takes a Githka off her back and whirls it at this dude, and that is a 22 to hit.
22 does hit. Yeah, absolutely.
That is 10 slashing.
10, and is your weapon
Oh, I'm
magic?
sorry, 11.
Oh, it is.
It's +1, yeah. It's a magical weapon.
Okay.
I will use my bonus action to attack him again.
Get that
C'est
guy.
magique.
That is 27 to hit.
Hell yeah.
And, this time it does 8 damage.
Tear him up.
All right. Klik. If you want to give us a little description about how you murder this ghost.
Yay! Murder the ghost.
Yeah, she just stood up from she's a little embarrassed. She's feeling a little bit sheepish and really wants to prove herself here. So she's swinging a little bit wildly. She takes the first hook and cuts him through the middle with the hook, and then comes back and just stabs him in the front with the pointy end.
Vibrating
is
with
that-
psionic
Yeah.
bug powers.
Yeah.
Pierce his shattered heart.
Did you see that shattered heart?
I saw it in there. It's
She
so
goes
cool.
for the jaw and just to stab him through the teeth. Just
Get
blow
it.
his creepy loose jaw apart.
Yeah, and as you get that Githka through it, there's almost like a laugh as he's like, weapons don't affect me, but your psionic energy like spreads, that it's like your connection through this weapon, because, you know, it's this magical weapon and you're connected with it, and it just seems to spread out throughout him, and he's like, no, I live for thousands of years, I shouldn't. And before he even gets it out, he's just like dispersed throughout here. And you see this flicker as all of these wisps surround you are like looking on. And it seems that they were ready to join in here. But with the dispersion here, they all kind of like flitter away. Boy, if Moonboy would have gone down, ask any DM, the Will-O-Wisp feature when someone is down was going to change that fight entirely. So,
He could have knocked us both out if it wasn't
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
the 4d8s from.
That was nuts, yeah.
Buck
the
wild.
wisps are hanging around. Wait, Aaron, we said it, if it wasn't for what?
If it wasn't for those 4d8s
From Talon.
from Talon.
Yeah, so after this happens, and like you see the Will-O-Wisp kind of, they do that thing where they're like hungry, and then as soon as he goes down, they're like, well, nothing to see here. You know, like you can't really even see
The
that,
old,
but they just like clearly were looming, and then they kind of just turn away.
The old Mario ghost.
Exactly.
I'm gonna pop that halfling with a healing dart.
Yeah.
Klik's gonna look at where the ghost was and say, "Ha ha, motherfucker."
She doesn't swear. It's a daily action.
She
you
knows
get one a day.
One
She watched Predator.
She knows it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she learned that from Angus, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
She did not know it before leaving home.
Yeah. Bok, motherfucker.
That's
So-
right.
I forgot about that.
That's
So,
hilarious.
yeah,
Yep.
we're
She's
out of
just
initiative here.
absolutely channeling Angus here.
Yeah.
I'll
We're out of
drop-
initiative
Okay.
here.
I'll drop my invisibility like,
We did it.
Windrider, I'll bet you were behind the scenes pulling some strings, making some
birthday.
big things happen.
Exactly as we planned.
Oh man. Yeah, I want to save that halfling's life real quick.
Yeah, I think the Moon Boy kind of the moon fire slowly fizzles out of his eyes and his mouth, and he touches back down, and he's like, "Got him. He's gone. Cool. What's that thing? And he points at the pod.
Flute, you're up there first. Why don't you make a perception check?
17.
Kai, what are you using to heal the halfling?
Healing word.
Great.
So he's going to get some hit points.
I was going to cast Dissonant Whispers on him. If he failed to save, he was going to have to use his reaction to move as far away from me as possible. Everyone would have gotten an opportunity attack on him all the way down the line.
Great move.
Sick.
But
It's a good idea.
You know what I've noticed about our fighting style is we've got kind of the glass cannon syndrome, where if we can survive the first round, we're gonna fucking do so much damage.
I mean, truly, I feel so good about my combat
if we can't.
choices there, and you guys just like got out of it.
He
It
was
great.
a tough cookie.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that first attack
Dude gets
made
9
me,
hit points.
made me change to a support class, I'll tell you that much.
So how much healing did you do?
9 points.
Yeah, you see this old halfling just, and she looks around and he goes, "Get the horn before we leave." And he like coughs up a little bit of blood. And with that 17, you hear him say that, and Flute, you see embedded on top of this seed pod that just seems to be spewing this, like slowly spewing this thick yellow viscous liquid.
No.
Is built onto it almost like a ornament on a car, but it's in the middle, on like the top of it is this long horn that goes out like a cornucopia, like very small toward the edge, but then gets wide very quickly, and you recognize it immediately. You don't know what it is, but it's clear to you that there is a piece built on the edge of that is meant for a smaller mouth to blow. So it is an instrument of sort attached to the top of this seed pod. And
Let me take a look.
Yeah, I'll look at
Sure,
Kai
do-
and kind of like, should we touch it?
could you just on the Roll20 map, could you move? Are you going over here, kind of like over here? Yeah?
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up behind him too. Remember, let's
And
all
we're back in initiative.
I'm going up there, man.
Initiative. We're not initiative.
Fight
let's
the
all-
seed pod.
Let's listen.
He's gonna horn your
I'm not
ass.
touching this till Kai,
Mission.
Kai gives the okay.
I'm going
Let's
to examine it. I'm going
all-
to check for traps.
Yes, let's all remember the movie Alien that we've all seen and exists in this universe.
Can I? What is
yeah.
the halfling?
The book.
Doing?
There's a book on the ship called Alien that we've all read. A scroll.
She's kind of just like coughing and gesturing toward the seed pod. That's it. I accidentally took her off the board. She's gonna be right here.
As I examine, I'll be like, what do you know about this?
Talon's kind of like leaning down and seeing if she's all right, and the halfling he goes. I keep misgendering them. It's a he. He's like an older dude. He's like, he's like, take the horn. I know that they will not mind. Yeah, this is a resting place. We should leave. But take the horn.
Inside check?
Yeah, you can do an insight check. Flute, do you want to check for traps since you're kind of up there first?
Yep.
I am definitely going to check for traps.
Cool.
I'm
Let's have
going
you do the
to-
insight while he's checking for traps, and then
Let
what's
the
up?
idiot
Click?
check for traps.
Take
gonna-
a guidance, Flute.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
He's going to check for traps?
I mean, you can if you want to. It's kind of
I would.
You can only really do one check of the
I was talking to him only while I am checking for traps. That's my.
So okay, cool. So then kind of like leave the insight off of here and just do the check for traps. So you
Can
can
I
see-
do the insight check since I
Yeah.
looked around to see what the halfling was doing?
Am I doing
Sure, I'm gonna have you switch
investigation?
positions then. But yes.
Okay. I got A, and you gave me guidance, right,
Yes.
Moonboy?
Yeah, it's a D4.
Yep.
Dirty
So-
20.
Okay.
got a
They are
19.
too wounded. This halfling is too wounded to be concocting these lies. They're just nodding and kind of like gesturing and trying to like hold their wounds on their body. Thank you, Bathymetric. Somebody else just gifted a bunch of subs. Somebody gifted subs tonight. You guys rock.
Bathymetric?
Yeah,
Whoa!
I'm just This is the last session. We've been having such a good time hanging
That's
out
my
all
boy
year.
from
I'm so happy
the
about it.
Misadventure Unlimited Destiny clan. This is I don't know if you know this, but this is a very Destiny heavy episode. There's a lot of Destiny.
I've
2
never
vibes.
played once in my life, so this is just fun crossover.
Thank you, Bafo.
and
You rule.
What was the investigation
20.
check? Great. So Halfling is not lying. This is not trapped, but the thing you notice is that there is some plunk, plunk, plunk in the viscous liquid that is around the bottom, and you look up and it's clear the levels of it are clearly rising at this point, and you can see out of the seed the streams are getting stronger, and then there's a big like bloop as a larger bit of it falls from the ceiling. Not of
Everybody
viscous
move!
material.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
Grab it. Let's go. Let's go.
Everybody
Let's
go.
go
I'm
out
going
of
to
here.
grab it.
I will pick up the halfling, and I'm gonna run I'll dash to the end and try and hail the dinger.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Great.
zip off flying.
So with Kai's perception check and yelling everybody move, we're going to jump back into initiative order here, as it seems like this place is filling up with this viscous material and falling apart. It's like quickly escalating into falling apart. So everyone where they're at right now can start to move. Kai, you're up first. What do you want to do? As you realize
Have I already grabbed the thing?
you can try to with your action here if you want to. There's a horn on this.
Sure, I'll grab it.
It seems to be attached in some way, tethered on there. If you want to try and take it off, you can tell me how.
Can I use my tools to sort of free it?
Absolutely. You can use any tools that you think make sense here because it is.
I will use my
attached by,
cooking
like,
supplies. I'm just kidding.
The spatula!
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm using cooking supplies. I'm using a spatula.
Sure.
It's attached to my hand. Spatula flicks out. Perfect tool for the job.
Perfect.
It seems some sort of
Natural
craftsman.
20. Shit you
That is
not.
the most Kai shit in the world.
God damn it. Amazing.
Hell yeah.
Oh
Hell
boy,
yes.
that is how you see the craftsmanship of this, and it's like very ornately made. This is like a very pretty thing that has been attached on here. There's like a crest around it, and it's been finely attached with some sort of adhesive to
Treasures,
the seed
baby.
pod. But the best, you immediately, like without thinking about it, you're just like, yep, and you know immediately that the best way of doing this is just to scrape it right off. Just get some sort of wedge in there and just hook right in there.
It's like a
Scrape it
fish spatula, so it's a little bit flexible. I have two of them, and I just...
off. Yeah.
Love those
Absolutely.
fish spatulas.
They're great.
So
They're great.
you pop this horn that looks like the curve of like a ram's horn that has some sort of metallic tip to it that of like a tuba or something on the end there, and you
Cool.
just pop it
Shofar.
right off.
And then I
that was-
run.
Yeah, cool. So that was your action. So you can use.
I will
movement
use
to
my
keep
bonus
doing it.
action to trigger my adaptive armor. It won't finish till next turn, but next turn I'll be a little bit faster.
Cool. All right. So go ahead and move yourself, and it is now Talon's turn. Who she's gonna be like, oh shit, and she is going to use her action to try and carry this halfling. And she's gonna try and scoop her up.
Talon,
She got a-
I'm so much better at carrying shit.
I thought Klik scooped up the halfling.
It's too late.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And she got a 2 here too, so she's just
Nice.
going to waste half of her movement trying to pick her up. And the halfling's like, no, the horn! And then she sees Kai, and she's like, fine, get off me! But she's
Chunking it.
Talon's only going to be able to move 15 feet here. 5, 10, 15, and then actually no, can use her full movement, but she used her action. She can't dash because she used her action to try and pick up this halfling man, and Talon's gonna run away. And she's like, fine, all right, we're going, okay, we're going. And as like bigger like chunks of this place, and you see there's like bubbling all around you. What before was 30 feet down is now like 10 feet down. Is these like thick mucus almost is like rising.
No. Is it
and that's
fleshy? No.
Do an insight check, Moonboy, just because you said that. Do an
Oh
insight check.
God.
Find out.
Perception. Sorry, it's perception.
To what degree it is fleshy?
No, I rolled
This
a
is like
26.
Vegemite for gods.
26.
Good.
You know
26.
precisely how flashy.
With a 26, Moonboy, as you look down, you see it rising up. K.A.I yells this out. You get a waft of what smells like honey. It's very sweet. And you can see down there on the, as it, like these levels rise up, you can see some of the scum that was on there before. It's not scum, it's moss sitting on top of this, like, what smells like a honey. And you kind of connect it too with like yellow viscous liquid. It's like, oh, this is some sort of like honey maybe?
It's god
It's
honey.
rising fast. It's rising fast.
Saying it was a honey
Space
pot trap.
bees!
Great, it's now Moonboy, it's now your turn.
Oh boy, the Moonboy is going.
Fly away, sweet baby boy.
The Moonboy is going to fly
Don't eat
away. The Moonboy is going to fly 30 feet forward, just in front of K.A.I here, and he's going to, on his way past, shoot a healing word at that
The halfling
that guy.
man.
Yes.
Yeah.
The halfling. And he is going to regain 6 hit points.
All right, let's go. He seems almost chipper when he gets hit with this spell. You can see that, like, what before he looked very gaunt. This is like, he's got a couple cups of coffee in him at this point too.
And I
He's
say,
like, "All
hurry,
right,
man! Beat those feet! Beat those hairy feet!
never felt more alive," he says as he starts to get his tiny little body up off the ground. Great. Windrider, you want to do anything?
Yeah, I'm going to run and take the dash action. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. That's it for me.
All right, cool. Great, and that's going to bring up the halfling, who is going to use half of their movement to stand themselves up off of the ground here, and then is going to move 10 feet right there, and then use the dash action to move another 25 feet right there, right next to Talon, as he runs up and kind of like, you've never seen an old man run so fast. He's like, yo, I'm going so directly. He's like, I'm going. I'm gonna get out of here. And Klik, it's now your turn.
Klik's is seeing this little guy spry again. She's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go, and she'll dash 80 feet and go to the door and be like, let's go.
Come on, pick it up.
But I will. Yeah, that's all I can do, I guess. Can I like try and hail the dinger?
I figure we've already raised them on the
Yeah.
Rocky Talkie by now.
I don't know what
not,
the
do it
range
now.
is on that thing, but I'll be like, all right, Captain, get us out of here.
Cool. Yeah. With that, you absolutely can put him in initiative. He is in there. He can be up with you in this moment, and he's like, "Yeah, I got you. I'm ready to go. We've been waiting on it. Glad. Are y'all still alive? Everybody?
No.
No, Captain, we're dead.
No, I mean all of you dumbasses. Jesus, it's fair for me to ask.
Yes, everyone's fine.
Yes, we're alive. +1. Set an extra table at the jam
God
center.
damn it. You're always +1. I'm going to make you start doing rations next planet. Stop, as he says as he's
We do kind of collect stragglers.
on the ship. It's actually, he rolled terribly on initiative, but it's good because he hits initiative before the next round. I got a 5 altogether.
Oh,
So
wow.
he is going to be able to use the movement that he has to get here at the start of the next turn, be at the door here, which I'm not going to pull the dinger in here, but we can just assume that at the gate here, the dinger is going to pull up at the start of the next initiative order. As you just see, like, the ship coming out of nowhere is going to be able to use all of the abilities that I will spare explaining to push itself from far away here now. And
There.
before that, Yeah, it there. It is at the gates here. You can come pick it up. We're going more Theater of the Mind here, but first, I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw, as there's just a clunk to this, and you're all outside of the range of this honey substance that is going to begin overflowing this chamber. You will not be affected by the honey slowing you down, but you could maybe be affected by the falling bits of this tomb that seems to be pulling itself even more compact.
21.
All right,
13.
You need 16 to save. Moonboy, you did not succeed. Anybody else? I got to roll
25.
for Talon. And I got to roll for the halfling.
Can I use my reaction to try to sway fates?
Yep,
Were you
absolutely.
flying?
I was flying.
Yep, you can use your reaction to do that.
Ah, come on. I didn't do it. I rolled
Okay,
a 1.
cool. So
Are we still in initiative, or are we out of initiative?
No, you're still in
No, we're in
initiative.
initiative.
Okay, so we're going to D6 real
So
quick.
if it was Moonboy's, did Moonboy just take his turn? Is it
No,
my turn?
this is a retroactive lair action. It's happened. I mean, it's just a lair action that's starting at the top of the initiative order before anybody else goes. And so Kai, if Kai would have got, Kai, did you get over 20?
Yes, I got a 21.
Okay, so you
Oh,
succeeded.
for initiative? Or
Yeah.
wait, what?
Yeah, for initiative. I think you got 20 exactly, right?
Yeah, I had a 23 on initiative for this.
Okay,
combat.
so you would actually be unaffected by this, as you can act before, as this goes on initiative count 20. It's a lair action that is from this
Okay.
place falling apart. So
it's my turn.
yeah, so it's your turn, but I'm just holding all those saves. Everybody is unaffected except for Moonboy. So
All right. My adaptive armor finishes transforming out of Guardian and into Infiltrator armor, and I will dash 70 feet. To right there. To the very edge, waving at the dinger. Hello!
okay, cool. Yeah. You see Goliathan just like pulling up in this moment. He sees you waving, and you can be the first to hop on here as Goat has her arm out and is ready to pull you on, no problem. Not even making you do a check, as she's there to help you. But Moonboy, you take 16 points of bludgeoning damage as a big rock just crushes you, and you are currently pinned by this rock. And you need to make a check on your turn to be able to be unpinned by this. It is now.
Checking it.
It's now Talon's turn. She is going to see you, Moonboy, and say, "Jesus, buddy!" And she's gonna run back and do the strength check for you.
Yes.
Just for the fun of this, I'm gonna have Jordan. I'm gonna have you roll the d20.
Okay.
And
Shit.
she gets a +5 to her strength. She's very
Okay,
strong.
+5 to strength.
And she needs to hit a DC 16 to get this rock off you.
Okay.
Talon.
Well, she's rolled an 11. Wait, you said she
So
gets a
16.
+5 to
+5.
strength?
She has
I
a
need
+5.
16. That's exactly what you needed.
No.
So she-
She's rolled a 5 on the dice, so she got a 10.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
the Moonboy can't use this reaction either. He already used it.
Okay.
Yep. So she's just under this boulder, and you feel it shift a little bit as she's rocking it with mechanical harm. She's like, "What the fuck?" And you see all the wisps panicking and starting to streak out around her. And she's like, "Jesus, I can't get this thing off you!" And
Try harder. Who's Jesus? Help me.
it's a swear word. It's not attached to any proper noun. It's just a curse.
Okay.
And
All right.
it's now your turn. If you
the
would like
Moonboy's
to.
turn. I'm wondering if I have. Jeez, I don't really have any spells that are. I mean, I could try to give myself guidance. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. A wave. What about Thunder Wave? A wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. Blah 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 blah. But in addition, unsecured objects that are completely within the area are automatically pushed 10 feet away from you.
Sure. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually.
That's cool.
Okay. The Moonboy explodes with he goes, ah, help me, the moon, and she explodes with moonfire. And
Okay, I
Talon
want you to
will
do.
need
I want you to
make.
do damage to this thing.
Okay.
It's a boulder, so it's gonna automatically fail its save.
Okay.
But you need to do 10 damage to it on 2d8. So not hard, but doable.
I mean, you'd think so.
Yeah.
2d8. That's 5. And 1! Oh my
You
god!
break a big chunk off of this. So I'm gonna lower the DC to move. I'm gonna lower the DC because you've blown a big chunk off of this.
No, listen. It says, in addition, unsecured objects that are completely within the area are automatically pushed 10 feet away from you.
Is this unsecured?
Roll one more d8. You have 6 damage on it. If you get 10 or over, I'll give it to you.
With a d8? All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Well, I rolled 5, but
That's it. That's all you need. That's all you need.
Okay.
There it is.
Great.
So with that, like, you just poof this off there as the boulder just like cracks and you're able to wiggle out from underneath of it, and you see it just like fall into this honey mucus that is like rising, like is now up to the level of this bridge here.
also,
And-
technically, I think Talon has to make a saving throw.
Yeah.
Absolutely. She got a Constitution or a Dexterity. What is it?
That is a Constitution.
Yeah, she got 13, so I believe she failed. So
That
she
is
takes.
that is a fail. She takes 5 damage and is also pushed 10 feet away.
Yep. So.
Oh, she's pushed into the shit.
Yeah. So she still hit points wise, but you just see her from this as she's trying to lift you off this. He gets pushed 10 feet back and is stuck in that, and she just falls back into this honey mucus.
Ugh.
It is inside of it. She's like, "What the? Oh, Jesus!" She's like holding her head. She's like, "Jesus Christ!" And seems to be sinking down into it.
Oof. Oh wait, I still have an action. I still have a movement.
You still have movement. Yeah. What are you doing?
I'm gonna run over and grab her hands.
Sure, you can move to her. You can't do anything else. So if you want to
Okay.
get to her, you can.
I move to her, flying.
Okay, cool. Great. All right, absolutely move over there. It's going to be the halfling's turn, who is going to be able to use their full movement to run between your legs, Windrider, and get right here next to K.A.I, using the dash action to just like, I'm gonna live. I'm gonna live. He says as he just like runs through and is just like power walking almost through your legs and gets over here to the edge and
Old
Goat
man
just
halfling
like
dash is. It's a
Yeah,
cool
absolutely.
family run moment.
Goat sees him and just like grabs him by the tattered bits of his shirt that are left and just like plops him on the deck and is like +1. And Klik, it's your turn now.
Did I
All right.
get skipped? I think I got skipped.
I skipped you. You were after Moonboy, so you're supposed to. So let's just go now because you're supposed to go with that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna yell back at Klik. I'm gonna yell,
Tell Relic to tie a rope to the ballista and fire it in.
and then I'm gonna run over to my two friends here, struggling in the honey, and I'll try to grab Talon and pull her out.
Cool. You can do a strength check with an advantage because Moonboy is there. It's a 15 DC.
Oh, that advantage! I got a 17.
There it is.
Oh boy. Yeah. You're able to Talon up out of this honey that is rising all around it. It's one of those things where I don't know if you've ever been like a foam pit or something like that where you're like nothing is prohibiting your movement. You can't get any traction. She just like can't move at all. But with your arm and Moonboy's arm, you're able to pull her up and out. and I'm just gonna move you all like here because of that. Cool.
Russian
anything else?
scramble.
I'm gonna give the Moonboy Bardic Inspiration,
Great. Klik.
and I'll end my turn there.
What's your move?
Yeah. I wonder what this ballista's for. Okay, this bolt is for. I guess, like, is Relic even on board? Like, on...
Everybody's
can I see
out,
him?
right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. These two are fully. Oh no. K.A.I and Halfling are fully
Yeah, they're
out of here.
on the ship.
Yeah,
I don't
Relic
think-
is all jacked up. Since he's been keeping guard inside of the ballista, so he is on the ballista if needed.
Relic, now's your moment. Tie a rope to a ballista and shoot it in here.
What am I
Carefully.
shooting at? He says.
Flute needs it.
Am I shooting Flute?
Don't
His
shoot
name is
Flute.
Windrider.
Shoot near Flute, please.
Okay.
Klik does not get on this ship. Not yet. I'm actually gonna move. Yeah, I'm going to move back towards the group of people, just a hair, and that is all I got.
I got an idea.
It's crazy that Case can confirm this. I rolled all the NPCs initiatives before the start of this session, and Relic has a 4 initiative. And
Oh, wow,
so he
he's in
is
this.
still going to get to go before this happens. So
Wow.
they're going to back the ship up just this tiny little bit, and then Relic is going to shoot a shot in here, and
Shoot your shot, Relic.
he
killed
needs
Make it count.
he needs a 10 or above for me to not roll again and see if something bad happens. If he rolls a 1,
Yeah.
something bad happens.
Okay.
Okay, so he rolled under a 10, so I'm going to roll a d20 again. If he rolls under a 10, something bad happens. If he rolls above a 10, just like kind of nothing happens here. So, all right. Yep, I also rolled under a 10 again. So
Really?
this ballista goes shooting into a wall and just kind of like flumps into the honey on the like this side over here. That is the opposite side. It just kind of like flies past you, Klik, doesn't hit anyone, and it just kind of like slumps, like nicks off the wall and falls down. And he's like, "Did I get it? Did like grab on? I don't know." He
But
yells
is there
out.
is there a rope tied to it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so kind of like in this area, there is a
Grab onto the
rope
rope,
coming
the ship
through.
flies away.
I hate this idea.
It's now the start of initiative. So K.A.I, it's your turn. If there's anything specific you want to do as you're on the edge of the ship here.
Can't do much. Very physically weak. I will reach out. We haven't tried this before. I will load up a dart into my launcher and I will say, "Here's goes nothing," and I will shoot Klik with a dart and cast Enlarge Reduce. And I will make her big. She will grow. And
Huge
hopefully
Klik.
we'll be able to grab everybody with her many arms.
I'm like last in initiative.
Giant Klik.
Wait, the ceiling is only 20 feet. How big is big?
About that big.
Large,
Not quite
so-
that big.
Okay.
As long as
size
you're not
large.
as long as you're not over 10 feet tall, you're okay.
I mean, I'm already 7 feet tall.
Can we
So now you're
just
14.
agree-
So
You
you're
grow
not-
out
Can we just
Oh, I'm
agree
just
to
more
allow?
than height.
Thick Klik.
You grow to be size large.
Can
You're
we-
already pretty close. So
we
you're
just,
about 10 feet tall, and
Can we just all agree that Klik gathers us up in a gathers her honey-covered brethren up in her many arms, and pulls us out to safety?
As long
what
as
I'm
none
hoping
of you
for.
we're at the top of initiative order right here. So as long
Yeah.
as none of you get pinned in this situation, then I'm super down for that. I'm super down for like wiping this, but as long as none of you get pinned right now.
Okay, I cast.
My token's so big.
Dexterity
Sorry,
saving. So I need a dexterity saving throw from Moonboy, Flute, and Talon. And Klik, you can roll with advantage. as this place is caving in. It's seen.
And you have bardic inspiration, Moonboy.
I do?
Yeah, I gave it to you. Remember?
Well, that's great.
It's a 1d8. I got a 19 on mine.
23.
1 second.
19, 23. It's looking good. DC's 15.
I want to
21.
see a rock try to squish me.
No, 19, sorry.
19. With all this, like, these rocks are forming this, this viscous liquid, this honey and moss are rising all around you. It seems to be filling up this beautiful tomb that was supposed to be a sanctified place. It's clear that this was made to be beautiful in some way, but has been occupied by this ghost that you have now vanquished. And it's more than anything sealing itself off, as you can see some of the honey just like in the places where it's less disturbed, and as the rocks fall, just kind of like congeal and solidify. And yeah, absolutely, Klik comes over here and just scoops with her 4 arms the 3 of you up, and Moonboy's just like flying next to her as you all just like boom, boom over this, and like a couple rocks hit you on the back here and there, but it's like doesn't even bother you as you step out onto the ship. And once you are all on, you hear Goat immediately just be like, get going, girl, and he's just like, got it. And the ship starts to move away, and you see the wisps around you just kind of like shivering and shaking in a way that was like the excited movement before, and moving this mist in front of you to create a pathway for you all out and away. And the 3 that you talked to before just kind of like flick on your fastly moving ship for a second, and they all say at the same time, thank you. And they just like whoom, off real quick because they can't stay on there for very long.
To Lighthouse, we say hi.
One of them was like, well, I'm telling Lighthouse a lot of things. Oh, I'm coming, as it's like dragged away. And then before you all start to like crest the edge here of the Grave of 1,000 Knives, this halfling with this long beard, kind of like grayish brown hair and very tattered clothes, leans up and touches you, K.A.I, and goes, excuse me, can you blow the horn before we leave?
Why? For what? What does it do?
I came here to hear its call and to see what it calls, and it's very important to me.
Okay, 1 sec. I'm going to cast Identify on the horn.
You got that spell slot to blow it without ritual?
Yeah, it's my last one.
Cool. It's your last spell slot? This is amazing. Jason, you ready?
Oh, it's not true, actually. I have one more level 2. But
cool.
Oh, no, I don't. It's my last one.
Cool. I'm going to send you the stat block for this horn in a second. But
it calls a Dinostar.
Yeah. The Astral Primordial comes back, everybody.
Yeah, we're back in initiative.
Yeah. So you see, when you cast Identify, you can see runes on it that you had not seen before, as if this seems to be an old object that's been left there for a long time, but there's just that outline of a glow in a language you don't understand, but you can speak very quickly, that enough to see it, enough to see that the phrase, the keening horn of the Gongoladao, and he looks at you and he goes, the halfling looks at you and goes, they're wrong about the singing planets. They are not things that will eat you. And I have heard that the honey moss dwarves have a way of speaking with them, and I want to see one. I thought I was dead, and I would like to see one before I will be. If you want to know anything specific, I can.
Do I have an idea of what is going to happen if I blow the horn? Basically, that's what I want to know.
Yes. You will not be able to blow it because
right.
You will need a musician to blow it. But
you will need lips to blow it.
I wasn't gonna.
I'm
bring
over
them
there
up,
like
but-
putting on Carmex.
I have like a slot I could put it into that air comes out of.
We've
It's in the side of my head.
We have had
We've
this
specifically
conversation.
established that you can whistle, so you could blow
You're
this
right.
horn. This layer, I have built a few layers to this instrument, and this immediate layer, all you have to do is be able to blow a horn. So, but it will sing a song of the singing planets, and this halfling is assuring you that it is not a problem. And if that is something, you can make your decision with that. But it is very desperate. The halfling is very desperately asking you to do this before, as you all are kind of like nearing the edge of the.
Is it going to like tell the singing planets where we are?
Yes, he says it will call them to us.
What? That's bad.
Why?
There's no,
Says it's
no,
not.
it's not. The legends are wrong.
Okay.
I spent my whole life on this.
All right. I'm going to slot in that horn. Just kind of screw it on in and press the button.
No insight check, Jared Logan?
Oh, I thought everybody was into it. Sure, I'll do an insight check.
No, you are. You are. I just wanted to make that joke. I'm sorry.
18.
It's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. This halfling is telling
All
you.
right,
He's very
then.
desperate. He is
I'm gonna
trying to
blast
get
that horn.
So with this, you hear this. It's clear to you that with this first blow here, it is capable of so much more. But with this, just comes a long, sweet tone that fluctuates, even though you are doing nothing but sustaining the air through it, and you just hear this warble that is happening, and it's a cornucopia of a horn, so it's small and then spreads out very wide, and the blast that comes from it is surprising deeply. It's so much louder than you expected it to be, and it seems to just almost shake the mist around you. And as your ship is moving quickly through, kind of like skimming through this mist, all of a sudden you see in the far off distance a glow. There is a moment where you're worried about being a dinosaur, because you have seen this far off glow turn into a dinosaur before, but instead there's just a whoo, like riding next to you of a large, what looks like a far off planet, and then a whoo, 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 whoo. All of a sudden there are maybe 7 or 8 planets, like far off from you, but all of a sudden visible through this mist, that are gargantuan in size each, but they are all moving and swirling. They have gas inside of them that looks like purple and orange and blue. All of the different planets seems to have this different spectrum of mixing colors, and they're like dolphins riding against your ship here. And you see each one of them, it doesn't make sense because it's just an orb that is far away, but they all kind of like cock back, and a portion of the, whatever is making up the body of their planet kind of like lifts open, and you can see a dark mouth inside of each one, and they start to sing together. And Jason, if you want to show us what they sing.
To the goddess, a friend to a ghost. You're a friend to the god if you're a friend to a ghost. You're a friend to a god if you're a friend to a ghost. Friends to a god if you're friends to a ghost.
What's he saying? I can't quite hear it.
I can't quite, it's very distant. I'm still blowing
So-
the horn, I'm turning a crank.
So each of them are flickering, just like flickering around you, and they join in this like wide spread of sound. And you can hear, only really you, K.A.I, can make out inside of all of this. You just hear, and their language is something that is taking a long time. Like a sentence doesn't line up with
Right.
the statement because they're speaking for a very long time inside of this song.
It's like a wacky dub.
Yeah, and the only line you get from it is "You're a friend to a gone when you're a friend to a ghost," and together they are all singing this, and that's all you hear. And then they just begin to fade into the distance one by one. They kind of like peel off, but you see the halfling nod at you and say, "I'm glad that you have the horn. It was not meant for me, but it seems to be meant for you all."
I'm going to give it to Flute. I don't know. I wouldn't know the first thing. Well, I guess I did the first thing, but I need to turn a crank to use it. That's not practical.
Could I give this horn a serious blow?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it seems like when you do it, it is unlike any horn that you've ever come across before, and it kind of makes the same noise for a second, but it seems that the gone have already gone, and that tone that it just is the straightforward blast just comes out of there, and it seems like you will need to practice with it a little bit to unlock any other abilities that it has. But you immediately, it's like you're like, okay, if I can get this one tone out of it, then I just need to practice with it a little bit more, and I could probably get a couple of other tones out of it. And so it seems like a magical item that if you attune to, you will have other abilities to use with it. Because it is the keening horn of the Gondola.
Ooh.
Better write that down on your inventory, baby.
I'll send you that stat block.
I identified it, so I'll tell you what it does. But
Cool. Keening horn of
just
the
in case it's cursed.
You can just write Gon, Gonn, as the halfling. If you say this out loud, Kai, the halfling will correct you and say you can just call them the Gon. They are the singing planets. We are lucky as mortals to see them at all. He
Can
kind
I
of
have to
nods.
attune to my magic eyeball?
Yes, you have to attune to an Ion Stone. So yeah.
So that'll be my 3. We have 3 slots, right?
Yep.
Cool.
And with that, the dinger's just going to burst from this mist kind of back out into open wild space and be able to quickly go. And you hear Goliathan breathe a sigh of relief as he is able to go back into terminal speed and just whoosh at you all with a swirl around you, as you know you are moving very fast now. And Talon goes, "Whoa, man, see, like I said, you just find Mystic's Mountain, and you go to Shard Lake, you go through the Grave of 1,000 Eyes, and it's just, straight on to Glyph." And she nods, kind of like winks at you, Kai, with the knowing that you all kind of had a moment in battle, and it's gonna, hang out and watch terminal speed as it flies by.
Jamming off to hopefully a better year.
Seriously.
Talon starts to explain, well, I mean, years are different at different planets, and as she
know.
sets into it, it's just like the zoom out, and that's what we're going to call it. That's what we're going to call
say shut
it.
up.
Right
Oh, shut up, Talon. Oh, shut up, dear Talon.
That's what I meant. Moon years are just a day long, so I say that every night.
Well, cool. That's
Klik,
it. That's it for the
Klik-
year, everybody.
Klik looks at Talon.
Great.
No, wait, hold on. Yeah, sorry.
Klik looks at Talon and said, "You wanted a little jam for that, honey?"
Nice.
And then she cackles her creepy Klik laugh and walks away.
Residual hideous laughter.
Because she's all sticky with honey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talon looks at you
man.
scared, and it's just like, yeah, that's a joke. That's what a joke is. I think I finally figured it out. That's what a joke is. She says, and pats you on the back. Cool.
Oh, boy.
All right, that's it. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for sticking with us for an extra long episode.
Extra long.
That was the best.
Yonic,
No
so
one-
good.
I straight up watched stats. No one left. Everyone's been hanging out since the beginning. It's
It was
amazing. Thank
nice
you,
to play
everybody.
So
for 3
cool.
hours. That
Hell
was
yeah.
Great
fun.
jam. Great
Yeah.
jam, y'all. I would like to suggest that we celebrate this jam by rating a different channel. Is that a thing
Sure.
we do?
Oh yeah, do it. Who
Yeah,
is?
we
Oh,
should.
tell us who it is.
You know
Where's
what?
the
There's
rating?
there's an additional D&D channel that's rolling right now. The guy's name is Captain Robert. I like watching
yeah, that dude
their
rules.
channel. Maybe we can raid y'all over to Captain Robert after we thank Big Top Productions for making
Big
sure
Top!
that this happens every week, every month, every year into perpetuity. Hopefully, he's promised us a 10,000 year contract, just like they do in Scientology. And we signed it.
It's, it's not Scientology, it's Magictology here in Spelljammer.
True.
So we can just get to make up the rules. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Scully.
All right, anybody want to plug anything before we call it for the year?
Geez, I'd like to plug my my podcasts, Werewolf Radar and Fight Island. Listen to Werewolf Radar for paranormal preparedness, and listen to Fight Island for fictional fights and the very real island where they take place. And also, go follow me on Twitch as well, twitch.tv/RazorLou. Dang it.
He makes good art. He does it there.
I art there.
I
else?
have a Magic the Gathering podcast that we're celebrating 1 year. We had 1 year today. So it's called The Commander Sphere. My co-host is comedian Dan Sheehan. So follow that as well. If you're into that, we are also on Twitch. We stream Casual Commander. That's Commander Sphere. Or Command Sphere, I suppose.
Cool.
Awesome.
Last call.
And thanks to Jason Wardell again for
Jason
the
Wardell.
wonderful
Nailing
music.
Nailed
Singing Planet
And to
tonight.
our fantastic producer Case.
Yow!
We love you.
And
Amazing
happy
art.
birthday to Andrew.
Seriously.
Thanks
and
for this
before we
dice.
go, before we go,
Gave
man,
me for Christmas.
like,
I rolled two
it's just-
natural 20s tonight.
it's been crazy. This year's been crazy. We've done 30 episodes of the show, the thing that we did not think we were going to do, and we're here and we're doing it, and it freaking rules. So,
doing it.
thanks to
It's the best
everybody,
night of the
all of
week.
y'all,
Totally
for
rocks.
being here. I don't know what I do without
Happy
you.
New Year!
Happy New Year.
Yeah, we'll see you
Y'all have
guys in the
fun.
new year. Shana Tova. I mean, it's
Sounds
not
good.
Rosh Hashanah, but whatever.
See you later.
We love you.
Raid.
Raid!
We're gonna rate her now.
Raid.
Bye, y'all. Have
Stargazer, Moonboy, Klik, the Crusher, K.A.I, Humblia, Chef, and the Windrider, Flute, Whimteaser. They're better than heroes. They'll never be zeros. Better than heroes.